We are live. You're watching this as a replay or you're watching this live on YouTube. You know the deal. If you've been here before, I'm going to be helping a handful of video agency owners scale their business all the way from client acquisition using paid ads to get clients to service delivery, helping their clients get world-class results. To get value from this video, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you want to be a part of one of these coaching calls, all you have to do is go down the description within this video, click that link. It'll take you to a page where you can book a call, have a conversation with myself, see if it's a good fit or not. Okay, without further ado, hope you enjoy. Yo, Shira, what's going on, bro?
What's going on with you?
Chilling, chilling.
Yes,
So,
sir.
about you? How's your weekend?
Good, man. Good, good.
Yeah,
Yep,
good,
yep.
good,
How about you?
good. Just went on a date, spent some
Okay.
chill.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. I might have to have you take me out.
hey, I don't know if your wife would approve, bro.
That's
And
good, man. Got out this year. It's always good. It's always good.
Ryan, Mac, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys had a great
Yeah.
weekend.
Hey, what's going on?
What
Man,
up, Mac? What up, Ryan?
had a
What's up,
long
brother?
weekend. What's going on with y'all?
Chilling, man. Can't complain. Can't complain.
Yeah, I had a long weekend.
Heck yeah. Jalen, what's going on with you?
I'm trying to get
Heck
mic'd
yeah.
up. Yeah, man. I had the sun this whole weekend.
Ah, yeah, newborn. Sheesh.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
and the lady that went out of town on
I don't
Friday.
miss it.
I was like, dang. She went out of town this Friday, and then I had him since Friday till I just picked her up. I just walked in the door right now from picking her up from the airport.
Sheesh.
Yeah, so I've been trying to watch him grind here, and then yeah, it's been eventful. I mean, he's not bad though. I'm not saying he's bad, but what I'm
Yeah.
just saying is it's a handful.
Yeah.
That like I'm watching him from day to night. They like the
Hmm.
whole day for like 3 days. Yeah, so I was just like, sheesh. But we had a good time, reading him his books, his contrast books, the black and white books and stuff,
Hmm.
trying to get his motors,
For
his
that.
eyes and things moving.
Yep.
So it's good. You know,
That's good stuff.
it's different.
Okay. Hope everybody's doing well, Jen. Hope you're doing well. So today's gonna be an interesting one. I wanted to kind of break down a call and kind of share some wisdom upon you guys from my experience. But then next week will also be really cool. So I hope you guys have all, marked your calendar for next week. I know people have stuff going on, but I think next week's gonna be a very important call as well because I'm gonna have Mason hop on and he's gonna just like tell you his journey. And I think that'll be good for all of you guys. Just like there's a lot of pivots that he had to make in order to kind of get to the place that he did. So I think this coaching call, there's a lot to learn, and then next week as well. So hope you guys are excited for that. So because I don't know exactly how long I'm going to go on for in terms of breaking my call down, I want to go in and just kind of like do kind of a fast run through of everybody's questions. Typically, as you guys know, I spend about, 15 to 30, 40 minutes with each of you. I'm just going to kind of run through them really quick and then go over my stuff, and then we'll circle back and go a little bit deeper if we need to go deeper, guys. So that's kind of the game plan today. So basically, let's just kind of go from top to bottom. Um, so Ronnie's not here yet. Um, so, um, Ryan, you're in a place, man, where you can start looking at higher revenue opportunity. So you're there.
Okay.
Um, Another thing I will share with you, this is something I talked to Shirel about. And if this is something you want to experiment with, you can certainly experiment with it.
Mhm.
But you're at a place where, again, you've closed that deal. I don't know what's happening with the automotive detailer guy, but because you've got the painter, also, if you haven't yet, reach out to Righteous and reach out to Aman
Yep.
about the painter stuff. Okay, good. So you should be set there in terms of getting that guy results. Um, with the automotive detailer, fill me on what's going on with that afterwards, and I'll give you my 2 cents. I don't know if I would assume something is going on, or else I would have heard from you with that. But because again, you got a nice deal going on with $1,000 a month, I think that you're in a place where it makes sense to like at first I just want you guys to close. I just want you guys to get the win, as you guys know. But you're in a place where I think now it makes sense for you to be a little bit more picky. I will say that I do think you should look into every single person, at least have the discovery call. Maybe you don't do the sales call, but probably still have the discovery call. And if I were you, I would still probably figure out a way, like before you write anyone off, see if there's kind of financing. Because I think most people have the ability to get financing. Like a financial objection is technically one that's defined as they don't have the money and they're saving their checking credit card and they have a poor credit score, so you can't get them funding. Most people do not actually fall into this category. And the truth is they can also get funding from somebody else, like a friend, family, or something like that. So it's like if you're good enough at sales, which you are, you can get somebody to get financing or you can push them. So if I were you, I would have a call and then just for sure, like if you feel like, oh, the funds, they're not making enough, okay, we'll see if they're at least open to getting funding. Like see if you can probe it out. And if you feel like, oh, I think I can do a good enough job on the sales call to convince them of that, I know I'm gonna have to do that. I know I'm gonna have to get some kind of funding, then have the call. I would, if another thing you might want to write down is look into things like Klarna, Afterpay. If you want to message me about Ease Consulting. I have something that I use to get people funding. So I can give you Ease Consulting. What's really cool about Ease Consulting is you can get people can get 10, 20, 30, 50 grand. Like it's awesome. It's amazing. So long as they have a good enough credit score, it's pretty cool. So you can leverage my stuff. I'm happy to give you my stuff so you can get people funding. So those are all things I would be looking into if I were you. Okay, now here's the thing that I told Shirel. If you want to mess around with it, you can. I think you're in a position where you can be messing around with these things. If you want, and I haven't done this with somebody yet, if your quality of traffic is not the highest, where you're like, man, I just want more quality and less volume, you can play around with this and then you report back to me and let me know your thoughts on what's happening here, okay? But you can, instead of targeting your city, you target your entire state. When you target your entire state, what's going to happen is your CPM and your cost per lead will drop, right? Because it's a wider, bigger location. Now, the thing is, so your baseline is here. We're going to take it down and then we're going to take it back up. So by targeting the entire state, it's going to go down. Now, if you want and you're targeting, you can flex target it by using income. So you can do top 10% income earners, for example. So now what's going to happen is they have to meet the criteria of being a business owner and this and that and this and that, as well as top 10% income earner. So what's going to happen is because you're putting that constraint, there's less people, your cost per lead is going to skyrocket. It's going to go higher. But because you're going to the entire state, there's going to be more of those people probably. Now you have to kind of use your discernment. Try top 10%. If it's too high, maybe we go to top 20%. And then maybe we go to top 30%. And then to a place where you're like, okay, you know what? I'm happy with the quality of traffic I'm getting. So that's what I would be doing if I were you.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
and I think maybe revenue low revenue is a bad way to ask it. More so, they're not. It's not going to be profitable with ads. At
I
least we talked about the headwear, like that wasn't going to be something that worked. I've had multiple boutique clothing stores reach out. I did just book a baby boutique baby clothing store because I figured the numbers, and I think if we push some bundles, we could make it profitable. Again, it's the margin's very thin though, so I don't know if that's even worth it. I've booked two more. I've locked in two more sales since we talked the last, but I'm afraid two of them were going to be. I did it, for practice to get through, and because I'd like to work with them because they got great companies. I just don't know if the profit margins are there for what their
see.
products are. So I'm wondering because I am getting a lot of clothing, a lot of the boutique custom clothing, people reaching out. I did book a makeup academy. So she is the only one in the area that she brings makeup artists in that are aspiring. Whether it's just having your own studio or for film, TV, things like that. She brings them in, and you can buy her course, buy it a la carte. You can buy it all together. I think there's a way to make that profitable. I just was going to work with her on figuring out the packages. So that one I'm not as worried about. But the baby clothing is pretty thin. And then like the one I talked to you about, and you said kind of just maybe refund her because the other clothing might be a little thin. The auto detailing, which I had a great sales call. He had his partner come on, and I had a great call with them. They're both 16. They said they could get a parent to sign and everything, sign off, and that wasn't an issue. They're concerned, at least the partner's concerned, that having just started this, they don't know if they can keep up. And I was like, well, I get it. That's something that you have to figure out on your own if you'd be able to bring people on, subcontractors to help you out, how big you want to grow. But I'm still talking to them and trying to figure it out. But yeah, my whole point, my whole question was essentially based around if I can tell that the margins are too thin to make any money, if the ads are going to cost too much to make profit, like should I just at this point just sort of pass on those and move on to the next
So,
lead?
okay. I get what you're getting at. Sorry, I answered the
You're
wrong
good. No,
question.
I could have worded that better. So
No, it's okay. So in terms of what I said, if you do, it's still possible for you to try that. That kind of will solve this problem in some capacity because if you're going after higher income earners, they're going to have better business models that are more
sure.
profitable. So it kind of will solve that problem a little bit if you wanted
Okay.
to figure out that. If you don't want to and you're happy with what you're having, ignore it. Now, so if I were in your shoes, you at this point, like if you want to run something by me to be sure, or if you feel like you got it based off of the exercise that we did, you're like, okay, I think I know who's going to be profitable versus not profitable. Cool. You don't need to run it by me. But if you want to be sure, run it by me. The other
Okay.
thing I would tell you is another thing that you could do is again, I think you're in a position to do this now, is if you want to pivot it, because I've had people like Mason do this. I've had a lot of people where pivot it where they go in, they sell something, and then they either sell it or they backtrack and sell them something like a website.
Okay.
So I would maybe recommend doing something like that where you, again, that's a sales skill. That's you being able to rewire their
Yeah.
mind, reshift and be like,
Yeah.
hey, cool, this sounds good. Here's what I'm thinking. Let's do this first. Let's get this up and running for you. Once you have this, then let's have a conversation here in another 3 months or something,
That makes
however you
sense.
want to do
Yeah.
that. Does that make sense? This way
No, totally.
you're still
Totally.
liquidating ad spend, you're making some money. And again,
Yeah.
as you know, be picky with what you're offering. Don't offer like video and crazy stuff. Maybe a
Yeah.
website, maybe automation, some AI stuff,
Yeah.
something that could, that would be my recommendation. Does that
Okay.
make
Yeah, that makes total sense. And that's kind of what I was, well, figured I'd hear something like that to kind of pivot, at least get something out of the call because I've got them closed. I'm closing them and they're really excited about it. I just don't think that the ads are going to be profitable like long, at least right now where they're at, a lot of them, especially, the website and their materials and just too much to do on the back end to get them
Yeah.
up to the point where they need to be. So
Yeah, no, bang on. Smart move, man. You don't want to, as you can see, you're closing deals left and right. You don't want to bog yourself down. So there's no issue with closing. You got to be selective with your time.
okay.
Good stuff, man. Does that kind of answer your question?
No, that's great. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Okay. Mac, where are you at right now in terms of steps, man?
So that's I wanted to make sure. So basically, I did the opt-in page and changed what you said in the video.
Yep.
I added the. I'm trying to make sure following the steps. I think I have ran into some confusion, but I was just trying to make sure I was following steps. So I was like, let me just get in the car and then I'll ask him, and then we can clean up anything.
Sure.
I'm not changing anything because you're the one doing the video. So is this the ones that I need to change due to the fact that when I make my own, or like I changed like the Dallas or the ones in the red? That's why I kind of got confused because the video was you talking. So it was like, do I?
Yeah.
Maybe I had ran into some confusion there, but I got all the way there. And then I also added the opportunities on the site. I got the domain name because I already had GoDaddy from a previous one, but I just made a new one. And what else? And the links, the reason why I was trying to figure out was like, was I supposed to continue to link it? Because when you told me the video, you was just like, yeah, just go through it and just whatever. So I was just like, okay, am I going to link it, or am I waiting for I get to a certain point where you're like, okay, now that's maybe that was my confusion.
Okay, I got you. Solid questions, bro.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you don't need to swap out any videos. You're going to keep my videos as they are. And
Correct.
the reason for that is because What's gonna happen, bro, is by the time you're hopping on a discovery call sale, nobody's gonna ask you like, "Oh, you're not the same guy." Like nobody's gonna. I promise, you, it's not gonna happen. In the event that it happens, which I've never seen it, you just say, "Hey, look, he's my partner. He's the face of the brand. I'm the guy behind the scenes running things." So we kind of break things up. So that's how you're gonna navigate
I
that.
got that through the your video. You was like, it was either me or my partners will answer. So I know you said that, so I understood that. Okay.
Yep. So does that answer the first question that you have or no?
Yeah, I already, yeah, that was clear. I'm just letting you know where I was at. That's clear. Okay, I got that. Okay, cool. And then the uh the domain name part, when I'm linking, was I supposed to link it to the to the because go high level is a little bit different. So I'm still trying to understand the software a bit.
Sure.
It's a new software for me. So
Yeah.
I'm good with software. It's just that it's new. So I'm still trying to feel like, okay, where do I go here? What did I do this? I linked my Instagram to the uh
To the funnel.
to the funnel.
Yep.
I have my phone number. Well,
Okay.
I have a phone number that's linked to it. I might need to just double check to make sure it works.
Sure.
And then yeah, and that aspect of it.
So when
So
you say link the domain, what do you mean? Like, are you saying connect the domain and go high level? So are you saying connect the
yeah,
domain from GoDaddy to go high level so you can use it and go high level? Is that what you're asking?
yeah. Is it do I the reason why I'm asking is because it was due to the fact that you had the video and stuff already in there. So am I just linking that because of my Instagram of how that's supposed to be?
I see. So what you're going to do, bro, is you're going to connect. So there should be course material that will walk you through how to connect your domain. But yeah, you want to take the domain that you have on GoDaddy, the one that you just bought, and you want to connect that to go high level because you're going to be driving traffic to your own site.
Yeah, okay. I know how to do it from the DNS or DSN or something, whatever case might, and connect it to A. So I understood how to do the process, but I was just trying to make sure I'm trying to make sure I was linking it right because I had to go and understand how to link the Instagram. I had to hover over it to hit the link. It's not like you can click it and then it just so it's a little bit
Yeah.
different. So I got it. Okay. All
Okay.
right.
Does that answer your question, bro?
Yeah, that answered my question too as well.
Okay.
Uh and I'm just gonna keep just going through it, and then maybe I'll just when I'll loom or make a loom video, and then kind of like say this is what I did, and then you can probably just be like, okay, now you're really at the place where it's at, because I know there's like a little bit a few spots where I was
Hmm.
like, let me make that make sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's totally cool, bro.
Yeah, but I did get the process because some of the stuff that we was already doing in the beginning is like I see what you were doing. Like some of the stuff I already did from the beginning, so it's just like it's already there. So it's like you don't have to worry about it. It's just watching the video at this point. So that's the reason why I was kind of like, I think I already did that. And so okay, all right,
Yeah,
all
okay.
right, okay, thanks. I think that's it right now. Right now where I'm gonna be at, and I'm gonna finish doing the injection forms and
Mhm.
stuff like that. Okay, okay, yeah. And then the links and all that I seen. So okay.
So just a heads up, if you have any issues, bro, it's going to be the calendar. If you want to write this down, it's going to be the calendar and then it's going to be A2P stuff. Okay.
So the calendar.
Calendar and then A2P. And so when it comes to the calendar, bro, like in terms of the course material, we've revamped it so many times. And Go High Level just keeps changing the way like the buttons are. And so it's one of those things where you just got to go to YouTube and find the newest thing, bro. So yeah, it's one of those, bro. And then the second thing is A2P. You're gonna have to get A2P verified. And if you message me, I'll send you when you get there, when you get to that place, just try to remember to message me on Slack, and I'll send you a page, and you'll use that page to help you with A2P.
Okay.
And here's the other thing to know about A2P is don't sweat it, bro. Like if it's not approved right away, it's not a big deal. You're just going to use your regular phone number until you get A2P approved. A2P allows you to use a number from Go High Level, like a business phone number from Go High Level. Don't sweat it if you have any issues with it not getting approved. Everybody in here did not get approved right away. It took like a few days, but you'll be fine. You'll eventually get it approved, but it's not going to stop you from running the phone. It's not going to stop you from running the ads. When you have it approved and you can use a phone number within Go High Level, it just makes it a little bit more efficient, but it's not needed. It's kind of like a cherry on top. So what I'm getting at is So basically, you have your phone number, and then you have a number from Go High Level. So the number that you have from Go High Level, in order for you to be able to send out text, you need something called A2P. So you gotta get A2P verified in order to get access to this number that you can put within your funnel and use. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Does this link to my phone, or is this linked to something else, or just to the through the Go High Level
It's
app?
go, yeah. So basically, what'll happen is you'll get a phone number, and then that number is the one that you're gonna put within your thank you page instead of your number. You're gonna put that number in there.
Oh, because I already have a business phone number. That's the reason why. I didn't know. I wish I would. I already have one. I use that. I'm just using that number that I already have. I'm not using my personal number, but I
Okay.
got it. That makes sense though. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So
It
that
makes it streamlined. It makes it simpler.
It makes it
Yeah.
simple because when you use that number is going to be tied to your Go High Level account. So you know how, like, for example, before our call, you received automated messages and stuff.
It's
So
through Go High
that
Level.
it's through Go High Level.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I got you.
Exactly. So, yeah, just don't sweat. Is main thing is just don't sweat it. Don't sweat if you have some issues. Well, it's not a big deal. We'll get it.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. Okay.
So yeah. Okay. Cool. Um. All right. Ronnie, in terms of the next steps, you there? Okay. So in terms of the next
Yeah.
steps, what you want to do is I would recommend, yeah, use like the creatives. If you message me inside of Slack, I'll have a look at your KPIs, okay? But
Okay.
you got to message me. So do that like now. Message me inside of Slack and be like, hey, Kushi, take a look at my numbers because I do want to see why you shut your ads off and why you're deciding to even create these ads. Because I don't know if there's an actual issue with your ads. So what I would do is I would have that on, assuming that those are good, assuming your ads are good and they're actually working. The first ad that I would recommend doing editing is going to be the general direct response ad, the general one, not the specific ones, the general one. Does that make sense?
Not the main directive. The basically like the ones where we're targeting certain audiences.
Don't do those ones. Do the main one.
Oh, the main directive one where we're talking to everyone. Okay.
Yeah. So you want to edit that one. And then after you're done editing it, just let me know because I'll probably have a look and we'll probably revise it. Okay.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is you're going to use, if you want to have a look, if you want to write this down in your Slack as well, be like, hey, check out Kaushik's main direct response copy. You're going to create copy that's very similar to mine. So that's going to be your creative and that's going to be your copy. And then you're going to put that into your ad set and you're going to let that rip while you work on your editing your other ads. So while you do the S tier ad and the specific ones, at least have the main one in there so that it can, generate some calls for you. Does that make
Okay.
sense? Instead of you waiting like a month, at least you have some stuff coming in, and then as time progresses, you're going to add some more stuff in there.
Okay.
I would recommend the main direct response ad. I would recommend some testimonial ads. So before the other ads, actually, I would recommend some testimonials. So if you have something with Choji, if you have his win, if you have some screenshots, if you have like that, so your main direct response ad, and if you have testimonials and if you have the ads that you have, like honestly, you'll probably be fine. You don't even really need all the other ads. And
Yeah.
then so it would be main direct response ad, a testimonial, and then maybe like the S tier or something viral. And then all the other ones that you just created, if you put like all those ads, like 5, 6 ads into an ad set, I promise you're going to be getting book calls. I promise you.
Do you think it's going to be a lot more than the one, you know how he's using the generic image? That the generic image is like, hey, if you're a photographer, we'll add X amount of bookings. Do you like compared to that, like where I think I was getting like what, like when I first started, I was getting like 4 to 5 leads a day, and then things started slowing down, and I was getting between 2 to 3 a day. With like me launching this, like what would you think like the number of leads that would be populating? Because I know I'm going to be also using like a different strategy because of the Andromeda.
So you're going to have one campaign, you're going to have one ad set, and you might even just keep this open. And then you're going to have like your original ad, OG ad, like the one you're talking about. And then you're probably going to have like the main direct response ad, and then you're going to have maybe like a testimonial, 1 to 3 testimonial types of ads. Again, they can be a video of Choji talking, they can be a screenshot of something, whatever. It just has to show some kind of proof. And then after that, then I would have like one of the viral ones, whether it's the S tier or the good, better, best. And if you just have this, you're going to be fine. And then as time progresses, what we're going to do is we're going to throw in the other, 5 ads. And
Okay, got you, got you.
so right now, as soon as you're done editing this one right here, the main
Yeah.
direct response at, as soon as you're done and you throw this bad boy in here, honestly, the testimony should be really fast, right? They should be like screenshots or something. If you need to hop on a call with Choji, hop on a call with Choji, get that bad boy done because there's no editing or anything. So you should honestly be able to throw all these in there the same day. And then this viral one, obviously, you're gonna have to edit. So
Yeah.
I would edit this one first, and then I would actually edit this one after, of course, these ones.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Okay, I got you. Makes sense.
this one, then these ones, then this one. And once you're here, you're probably gonna be chilling. And then you can take your time with these ones. It's not that serious. You can try to edit
Yeah.
like maybe one a week or something.
Okay.
And then in terms of the response, I think, I think it'll be, I don't know if it's gonna be the, where it was the super cheapest, but it's going to be good. And especially with the new strategy, it's going to be consistent. It's not going to be like before where you have to cut off ad sets and ads. It's going to be pretty consistent day in, day out. You're going to have the same number of leads, same number of book calls. It's going to stay
Yeah.
consistent.
Yeah, that was my main concern because what I've noticed is I'll run the ads and then the first month everything's good and then things slow down really hard. The second or third month where it's like it doesn't even make sense to keep them on. So excited for this because it sounds like I won't have to do that anymore where I'm doing the turning on, turning off thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It should be consistent from there.
Okay.
But again, just reach out to me before you set it up and then we'll set it up together and you'll see.
All right, cool, cool. Thanks.
Yep. Um, all right. Mr. Riviera, what's going on, man? You there? Is he there? Riviera, he's not there yet. I think that's everybody other than you, Shirel.
We could do ours after. We could do ours after.
Okay. Jalen, do you have something or are you just kind of chilling too today?
Yeah, I'm chilling. I got my 3 sales calls this week, so I'm sure I'll have something next week to tell y'all. So, you
Oh,
know, so yeah, just getting ready for that.
okay. Cool. Well, if that's all, then who wants to roast me? You guys ready to roast me? You guys want?
Now we're gonna let you slide. Go ahead, Coach Sheik.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, so I'll go ahead and I'll play the call, a little bit of the call. I'm not gonna play the whole darn thing. This guy was you guys were supposed to meet him today. This guy right here, you guys are supposed to meet him. His name's Cody. And you guys might, so if you guys do meet him, it'll be a little bit awkward and we'll make fun of it because he might just hop in, maybe next week or so. But that one like broke my heart. And then so I guess so I made a bunch of notes. And before I make the notes, I think I'm just gonna kind of like play it for you guys a little bit. Um, I guess trying to figure out the right order. So I think I can give you guys this. So a little bit of information on him. So his dad owns a construction company. His mom's a realtor. His sibling is successful. I think it was his brother or sister, successful business owner. And so he comes from a line where like, they all, oh, another thing is his grandfather was extremely successful. His grandfather was successful. His dad's successful. He's just got it like in his blood. It's like, for some people, I do believe it's genetic. I do believe, it passes on. That's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is he's surrounded by success. The second thing is basically he started a real estate videography business after college, and then he knew he needed help. He saw a few ads. He didn't trust those guys. He found one guy that's a little bit smaller, booked a call with him, and then it was $6,000. He didn't have the all the money, but he paid $1,000, and then they gave him a list. And the way it works is, and just so you guys know, again, this is real estate videography. Who knows about real estate videography here? Yeah. Okay. So real estate videography, basically you find realtors and then you go out there, you shoot one of those real estate videos. You guys have seen them before. It's a walk-in and all that stuff, gimbal shots. After that, that's it. I don't know how the realtor uses it, but most realtors are paying anywhere from like 250 to like 350 for it. Right. So it's not a whole lot of money and it's a lot of work. And so basically he went into that. Probably, because his dad's in construction, his mom's a realtor, so it's kind of like what he knows. And so he thought it was a good opportunity. And so, anyways, he found somebody, paid $1,000 out of the six. They gave him a list. Basically, the way it works is they give you a list, you call all those people, and then you convert some of them. And so he converted those people, and then he basically scaled it up to $20,000 a month. So for a while, it was at 2,000 and 3,000, 4,000, 7,000, and it just kind of kept growing. And then he hit like 20 or 25,000, and he did that for like 2, 3 months. But he's taking home 7K. Right now, mind you, he's taking home 7K. No, let me go through this. His goal is to take home 25K per month. And again, I don't know. I should have. I don't. I want to go back and timestamp this for you guys. But like his drive, like, why are you trying to get there? It's just, I just want to do it. It's like very much a Gary Vaynerchuk, Alex Hermosi. This guy is built different. Like, I will tell you, this guy, I've had a lot of calls with a lot of people. This fucking guy is different. He is, talk about guys like Cam. I talk about certain guys, and he's one of those. Like, I knew that the moment he was going to hop in, he was going to fucking crush it. I just knew it. Like, I knew he was going to be one of the more successful full members. Not taking anything away from anyone here or anyone in the program. It's just, I just know my Kobe Bryants before they even come in. I just know it. I know it because of the way they talk. I know it because of the revenue that they hit. I know the skills that they have. And so I knew that he was going to be one of those people. So he said his goal was to take home 25K per month. He's super hungry. He doesn't have a chip on his shoulder. There's no like, oh, my girlfriend did me dirty and I want to be extremely, it's like, I just want to do it for me, which is extremely powerful. It's very rare to find people like that. He's working 11 to 16-hour days. He's making 20K, taking home 7K. He has an editor. So the big thing is like, hey guys, he's doing 11-hour shifts. Like, it is insane to take home 7K working 11-hour days. Like, that is nuts. And then he can't take on any more clients. It's like, hey, I want to hit this number because I want to hit the fucking number. I want to hit the number because I want to fucking hit the number, but I cannot, because how else am I going to do it other than I don't have more than 24 hours in a day. So the only way to scale is to basically bring somebody else on to film, someone else to edit, and some other team members. So now we're talking about, instead of making 25K, taking home 7K, he would have to realistically hit something like 75K in order to take home 25K. That is nuts. That is a lot of overhead. That is a lot of stress. That is just a lot of volume. That's a lot. And so it's like, hey, he just realized, he had the epiphany to realize, okay, it's much smarter to hop in a different vehicle instead of trying to further optimize the same vehicle. So it's like, your base model Bugatti is always going to be faster than a souped up Civic. And so he came to that realization. He's like, I could keep trying to soup up the Civic, or let me just find a Bugatti. And so he saw my ad, he purchased it. Let me see if there's anything else I want to share. He purchased, Meta asked for videographers, and he purchased a cinema marketing cheat code course. Most coaching members, most of you guys that are in here, who just bought who just bought Meta asked for videographer, or did you buy something else? Most of you guys have bought something else. And so in my experience, the people that are the best fit for the coaching program, they buy multiple things. And the reason for it is they have higher intent and they have more buying power. And so this guy did. He bought the marketing cheat code. He bought Master Videographers. He was very thorough in terms of his answers on the order confirmation form. If I don't want to pull it up because I don't want to pull up other people's information right now. But just trust me, he's leaving paragraphs. So if you guys came in here, you guys wrote 2, 3 sentences, like, this dude wrote fucking paragraphs. I have, like, honestly, I haven't seen something like that in years. So very high intent, very compliant. His behavior is very compliant leading up to the call. So yeah, I think that's all you guys need to know for now. I don't want to give away too much. I'd rather you guys just kind of like watch some of the call, and then we'll kind of go over like some of the mistakes. So I guess I'll just like play this part so you guys can kind of get an idea of like his personality. Relationship, but that one like broke my heart. And then at that point, I just feel like, okay, I'm gonna be so fucking good that she's gonna be sorry. And it's like this petty thing or whatever, call it whatever you want. I look back and I was like, oh, it's wicked. But that was the fuel I needed. So I guess what I'm getting at is like, you don't have to tell me anything, but like, is there something beneath what you're sharing with me? Like, what's the reason for the drive? I'm just curious.
Yeah, no, I completely agree that I'm not, normal. And trust me, I experienced that a lot. Like, so, well, to get to the girls, but it wasn't a girl specifically that caused anything. But whenever I started up the real estate thing, that was whenever I was, fresh out of college and trying to figure out what I want to do with my life. Actually, now that I think about it more, I do have an exact answer. But I'll get into that after this. But so
Is this too fast for you guys, or are you guys okay? You guys okay? If you guys don't say anything, I'm gonna keep playing. Okay.
I was doing this and I was working like really, really hard to the point where I was kind of like pushing her away and she wanted to go another way. And that's when I really just decided, I'm like, hey, this is who I am. This is who I think I'm always going to be based on how I've been growing up. I was like, okay, that makes sense now. Like, as I mature and I have experience, I'm like, no, dude, that's just how I am. Like, and if that's not going to work, then it's not going to work. You go your way, I'll go my way. No clue what she's up to, hopefully she's successful, whatever she's doing. But I know that I've achieved what I thought back then I need to get to. So I'm there now. And again, that's just another goal and go from there. But whenever it came time to like decide, hey, do we stay together? And I just kind of cool off and like chill out on the whole business thing and just maybe get a normal job or whatever. Stop pursuing this. It's like, hell no, like, dude, I can't. I just can't do that to myself. I'd really rather die than not go after something, because that's what to me life's all about. Like, I got to go after it. And then because everybody's gonna die one day. Okay, what did you achieve in that lifetime? Okay, that's what matters to me. Whether I died 40 or I died 70, 80, whatever. As long as I died on my own sword, that's what I really care about. I think that's why I comes back to entrepreneurship. Less about like, oh, screw the 9 to 5, that, this and that. That's more like a control thing. Like, hey, I was in full control of my life the whole way, whether it was finances, where I lived, what I did, whatever. I controlled my life. And to me, that's living. But when it got to that point with her, like, okay, where do we go? And I think, okay, am I being too much, or is this just really how I am? Thinking back on it, in high school and everything, I played sports, I played baseball, and that was I was very I was tall and I was skinny. I'm like 6'5", and I was like, dude, like 140. Like, I'm not exaggerating. And I was a pitcher, and all the older guys would always,
So I'm just gonna play just like maybe another 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna keep it moving.
like bully or whatever. How baseball guys are just kind of picking on each other. And it never really like affected me, but it did push me to get to the gym. And I got bigger, and eventually it went better than this guy by the time senior year rolled around. And became like I don't want to say like a motor, but it's just I didn't relate to anybody. It's like, hey, you're just kind of coaching, I'm doing my thing here, and that's where the identity really started coming in. Of like, hey, I just really just do things on my own. I see a goal, I go after it, yada yada yada. Even in college when I still played ball there, it was the same thing. As like I was a freshman, but I was doing better than the guys that were seniors and stuff like that. And they were like, well, yeah, okay, Cody's always in the gym, Cody's always first one there, Cody's doing this and that. It's like that's my identity. It's like, oh yeah, that's what Cody does. That's who I am. And so thinking back on all that kind of stuff, it's like, no, dude, all the arrows point there. It's like this is you, this is what you do. Just keep doing it. And then like read.
So
Like this book, I don't know if you've ever read this one. You seem like you read books, like the Tim Grover books, Relentless. Yeah, if you've read it, I mean, it's a great book. But like just stuff like that, like things that kids.
So a lot of guys, a lot of people when they come to me, they just have, they're beating their head and, they're in pain, so much pain that they're here. Or they have family. Like, for example, Cam had, his girl was due, a new kid, or just like, um, yeah, those are the kinds of reasons. There's usually some kind of huge pain that causes people to come here. Versus this guy, he's 23 years old, he's single, he has no kids. He's just like he's one of the guys that are young and made the right decision, right choice. As when you're younger, you're just hustling, you're grinding. You're not thinking about girls, you're not thinking about this, you're just fucking grinding, you're on your grind. And that's him. And so I just want to kind of paint a picture of who this guy is. That's kind of what I want to lead with. And that's kind of why I was telling you guys earlier, like, hey, like I know, like I've had enough conversations where these kinds of people, like I bucket them into a certain category, and it's very rare to find people like this. And so I just knew, like, with his success, the way he's talking, his hustle, I knew he was going to be extremely successful. So that's that. And this is the whole thing of like, hey man, like, why do you want to hit the goal? Like, I was trying to see if I could pull something out. And for me, I was happy with this. Like, usually you're looking for some kind of pain, you're looking for something. Like, why would somebody want to change? But I saw so much. The bad thing is when there's like a little bit of pain and you don't have a clear why. Like, they're just kind of like they don't really want to do your thing. It's just like, dude, so somebody throw me a life raft because I'm just in so much, I'm in pain. I want to get out, but like I don't really care to be too much in pain. Like I could chill. That's not a good sign. So I look for pain. But then when it comes to him, it's not that there's pain, but there are some, you'll meet some people on sales calls where some people are like driven by pain, and then some people are not driven by pain, but their goal and their desire is so big. It's like an Alex Hormozy. Like that guy's not fucking in pain, but he's just like so full of fire and fuel to like do something great. And so when I look at a guy like this, I sense that. And that's a good sign. So for me, this was good enough. Like instead of hearing some deep why, this was good enough for me. So I knew that he had high intent. I knew he was going to buy. Okay. Make sense so far, guys? Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of get to the part where I basically drop the price. And I'm going to maybe play this back for you guys like twice so that you guys can figure out what mistake I made. Okay. There's basically there's the price drop, and then there's after the price drop. Those are the two places I made a mistake. Okay. And I want you guys to see that. I think I'm going to play it, and I'm going to kind of let you guys talk a little bit and kind of see if you guys can figure it out, and that'll be fun. And then I'll go over it. Okay. Funds are not an issue. This is why. Is like I can actually just get you the funds, right? So you go to East Consulting, we have a thing, put in your social security card number, put in your information, they'll give you the fund within 24 hours. It's like a really low 5% rate. I've seen people be able to pull 20, 40, 60,000 for that. Afterpay, stuff like that, buy now, pay later, you can use those kinds of things. Like again, money is a non-issue for people in my experience. It's just a matter of do you see the value or not. So that being said, do you have a question on this before I go to the price?
No.
Okay, you have something right on?
Yeah.
So in terms of the price of the program, remember it's for 3 months. So I'm gonna give it you in 3 months. So it is $2,083 a month. And so that equates to $6,250.
Could you repeat that one more time? 2083 a month.
Which equates to 6,250. Or if you said you wanted to prepay, what we do, Cody, is we slash off 20%. And so for those people, it's 20% off. I take off 1,250, and it's just a one-time payment of just a 5K.
Okay. 5K or 2083 a month. Interesting. All right, so $5,000. And we just do it up front, and then that's 3 months. So $5,000 you pay it now. Everything's taken care of up front. You get started Monday, and you're going ahead at it.
If you cover that, and you can start today, right? You can start today. Your clock doesn't start till Monday. So basically Monday the clock starts, and that'd be 12 weeks. So really you'd have 13 weeks if you consider today.
Okay. I just don't know if I want to do the 5,000 up front, or if I'd rather just do the 2083 a month. I mean, obviously you save money. I think you can see. I think you can see I'm in. I'm just trying to figure out which way I want to go about it. If I just want to do it up front, I'll just be doing debit card. Checking one thing. So if I do the 2083 a month, And let's say, 1 month goes by, can I just pay it off like whenever I want? Like obviously it'd be the total of 6,250, but can I just pay it off so there's no debt before 3 months is up?
So if somebody sticks to 2,000, so hopefully you kind of see like what we're doing is we're incentivizing people to just pay as much as possible upfront so that we don't have to go back and forth and kind of do
Yeah.
That's kind of what we're doing. At that
Yeah.
sense.
And then I would just do the 5,000 now.
Questions, comments, concerns, thoughts. I want to make sure you're cool before you transact, do anything at all, man. Like, do you have
Yeah.
questions?
No. I mean, it all makes sense. Okay, we'll put 5,000 in and then start getting clients, and start building it from there.
Okay. So I'll play it one more time for you guys. Any guesses as to what's happening, what's going? So actually, like, before I even get into it, like any verbal diarrhea of what I'm doing, his question to me, my response, any thoughts? You guys can just like open dialogue it.
So, and this is just me taking a guess. I think, where I think it was at was when he said that he would pay. He said, "All right, let's go ahead and do the 5,000." And then instead of doing a transaction, you ask, "Do you have any more questions? Anything like that?" I think maybe that's where it was at. Instead of just doing a transaction, collecting the money, and
Yeah,
then
I would have.
asking that.
Yeah, I would have just collected before he said anything.
Okay. What else? What other thoughts you guys have?
That's all I have right now. I think that.
I think what I noticed is that like he was cool to do the 5K up front, and then you kind of probed him, and then he started like second guessing himself, where he's like, you know what, there's another option. Let's just do the 2,083 a month.
Because I
Or
could be saving a little bit of money. Because he was like, I
yeah,
could save some money.
he started. Yeah, I
Then
agree.
you,
Like he
then
started.
you, yeah, then you kind of like, I think you probably thought what he said, and then you kind of was just like, but you do it, you get 13 weeks. And then he was just like, all right. He was like, let me see what it's gonna be like, because obviously we were in the same similar position. And I'm thinking like, man, what I should do? So when he did that, he decided he was like, man, I'm just gonna pay the 5,000 up front, and then I'm just gonna get clients. And that's what he said. And then he was just like, I'll go from there. If you didn't kind of rebuttal and say, you know, I'm just trying to get somebody to pay up front so we don't have to go back and forth. And that's kind of when I was like, I mean, that's already understood, but I got.
What else you guys got?
I feel like he psyched himself out. Just
Well,
like I feel like as soon as like I would have just like confirmed him and then did a double tie down, but I feel like there was too many tie downs, like where he was just like what the fuck.
mhm. What else? What are some other things you guys picked up on? Anything else you guys picked up on? There's one thing that I did uh, where I could have hurt myself that I did not. There's a question that he asked, and I said something. There's two different ways I could have answered it. Do you guys catch that?
Maybe you gotta watch it again because
I'll play it one more time. 6,250,
Could you repeat that one more time? 2,083 a month.
which equates to 6,250. Or if you said you wanted to prepay, what we do, Cody, is we slash off 20%. And so for those people, it's 20% off. I take off 1,250, and it's just a one-time payment of just the 5K.
Okay. 5K or 2,083 a month. All right, so $5,000. And we just do it up front, and then that's 3 months. So $5,000 you pay it now. Everything's taken care of up front. You get started Monday, and you're going ahead at it.
If you cover that, and you can start today, right? You can start today. Your clock doesn't start till Monday. But basically Monday the clock starts, and that'd be 12 weeks. So really you'd have 13 weeks if you consider today. So what am I doing there? Did you guys catch that?
Oh, you over explaining?
Yeah, I feel like you're just
You
doing
think
too
you
much
over?
here.
I don't know.
Giving him
Too much
cushion,
detail. I don't know.
Go ahead, Ryan.
giving him a little too much cushion as time. It gives him makes him more passive. It's not immediate. It's not right now.
Mm-hmm.
that's
So-
what I thought. The 13 weeks. That's why I was just like you said, the 13 weeks. So it's like an extra week. So if you're paying for 12 weeks, he's paying for he's really getting, I won't say cheaper deal, but based on the money spread.
Yeah. Okay. So you basically lowering the price.
So I should have rephrased this. This part is good, not bad. So what I did was a good thing, not a bad thing. This part was a good thing. And so now, so I'll say this to you so you guys can try and make a mental note. Every single one of you guys here, I did this with you, where basically coaching always starts on Monday. Yeah. Right? The official clock always starts on Monday. But every single one of us, we had a call like on a Tuesday or on a Wednesday because I don't do calls on Mondays. I only do them on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So what I always said, for example, like I don't remember Shira with you, maybe it was like a Wednesday. So I said, hey man, if we move forward today, you'd have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday free, and then your clock would start on Monday.
You did.
Exactly. And so the reason I'm doing that is I'm saying, hey man, if you pay today, you get to take advantage of some free days. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
okay, got you, got you.
So it's like I'm incentivizing you to take action. It's like, yo, bro, you can pay. If you pay today, bro, like here's a benefit. Like you get some free days, you get some free time. So that's what I'm doing with him. So when he said like, hey, so we all start on Monday, I'm like, yeah, you start on Monday, but this week would basically be free, so you take advantage of this week. That's what I'm getting at. So that was the good thing. Okay.
Okay,
Yep.
got
Does that make sense? So
you.
I say that to you guys. If you guys have like an official clock or something like that, you guys can say that as well. What that does also is one of the hardest things, maybe you guys have experienced it, is on a sales call. It's like, yeah, it sounds good. Let me get back to you. Let me talk to somebody. Let me da da da. It's like it's hard to kind of like but the thing with direct response ads and sales funnel is you need the sale today. You cannot go back and it doesn't, they will never come fucking back. It's rare. It's very rare. You got to sell them, you got to collect a deposit, you got to do something. They won't come back. It's back and forth. It's fighting. Ryan, you're kind of experiencing that a little bit where they have like things and issues versus if you collect it right then and there, it's done. Right. And then like right now they kind of they always people try to talk themselves out of it. They try to use logic, get emotional. So you gotta collect it. You gotta collect something. The moment you collect it, it's more of a done deal. So how I do that is I do the hell yeah, hell no thing. You guys all remember the hell yeah, hell no thing. So again, I start off, I give people a shit ton of value, a shit ton of love. And then once I have earned somebody's trust and they're chilling with me, then I go into, cool, man. So I'm going to ask you for a favor. I haven't asked you for anything so far. I say that on purpose. I haven't asked you for anything so far. I bring that to their mind. They're like, yeah, you guys didn't ask me for anything. So I'm asking you for a favor now. Hell yeah, hell no line. That helps. And then also stuff like this, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make the sale today. I'm not trying to go back and forth. So these are some psychological tricks in order to make the sale today. Okay. Make sense, guys?
Um,
I have a question.
Go ahead, Ronnie.
So what you did was basically the hell yeah, hell no, which is the first tie down, and then the second tie down, I'm assuming is how do you accept payments where you basically if they try to bullshit you like, hey, we don't have X, Y, and Z finances, we actually have a option where we can get you the finances right now. So this way, this prevents like one of the objections that can come up in regards to like them saying like, hey, I don't have the money.
Good question. So the hell yeah, hell no thing is it's not a tie down per se. A tie down is basically um well, it's not a tie down. It's not super important that I go over what that is, but like I know that you get it. This
Yeah.
whole thing of like accepting payment, this is something I tweaked up. So Ronnie, it looks different than the way I taught it to you. I put this in here in the FAQ section. I didn't have this before. I had just this in the section, but now I have this because actually I'll go over it with you guys really quick so you can see how I do it actually. So this might be cool for you guys. With a card, with a debit card, cool. If you want to leverage the bank, I would be charging you if I'm not worried about you. How do you accept payment? It's up to you, man. If you want to use money that's in your checking savings account with a debit card, cool. If you want to leverage the bank and put on a credit card, cool. If you need funding, which again doesn't sound like you will, there's 0% APR credit cards. I can hook you up with a few of those. You can use those. We have a finance partner. So remember how I said earlier, I was like, dude, funds are not an issue. This is why. Is like I can actually just get you the funds, right? So you go to Ease Consulting, we have a thing, put in your social security card number, put in your information, they'll give you the funds within 24 hours. It's like a really low 5% rate. I've seen people be able to pull 20, 40, 60,000 from that. Afterpay, stuff like that, buy now, pay later, you can use those kinds of things. Like again, money is a non-issue for people in my experience. It's just a matter of do you see the value or not. So that being said, so that's a line, Ronnie, that I added in after I taught you my
I
whole
like
thing.
that.
Do you guys get that? So it's
Yeah,
like
I like that.
I'm bringing money. I'm basically killing money. I'm like saying, yo, bro, like if you have
Yeah,
an
that's what I figured you're doing. You're killing the money objection.
yeah, it's like, yo, so like some people, so here's why I actually do it is like sometimes what happens, here's why. What happens is you bring up money, and this would be really powerful for again, Ryan, Shirel, you guys can all start using this. You guys want to tweak things up, is as you guys know, you talk to a lot of business owners and you bring it up, and when you talk about money, what they're thinking about is the money that they have sitting in their debit, in their checking and savings account. Some people are thinking about the credit card, but that's it. What I'm doing is I'm bringing it all to forefront so that they don't end the, so that when we bring up the price, they don't go, "Oh, this sounds good," but like, bro, I don't got the money. And then they don't even think to ask it. And when you bring it up, it's like, "Hey man, do you want to put on a credit card?" Now it feels pushy to them. So you tell me I go over the price with you, Sharo, and then you're like thinking in your bank account that you're like, "Oh, I don't have the money." Then I'm like, "Cool. Hey, do you want to talk about finance? We can get you financing." Now you're like, "Bro, this guy's just trying to make the sale." It gives us a certain type of energy.
Got you. But if you bring it up in the beginning before you even drop the price, okay, yeah, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it doesn't even give up. It's like
It doesn't
right
come
when
off as pushy or anything like that.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So if you
Well,
guys want,
you get them thinking about the option prior before they even, because that's going to be their first like line of defense. It's like, man, I know he's going to charge because obviously you come premeditated that you're going to be spending a hefty penny or whatever the case might be. So you'd be like, hey, there's an option for payment. We can talk about that later when I drop the price, and it's really up to you if you see the value in what I've brought because you've already brought so much value in the beginning of the call. Okay.
Yeah.
exactly.
And
Mhm.
if you do bring it up, it's not pushy no more because you already said it before. Um, so they lean more towards that option. Like, okay, you talked about this. What can I do? You know, it's more cushion. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? More
Yep.
cushion.
And I've had people that literally bring up the price and they go right into, okay, cool. Like, talk to me about this. What can I do? Like, literally, the response is, I'm in. Talk to me about this. So, like, it's extremely powerful. So, if you guys want to leverage this, this is good stuff.
Can I use that in my thing? I can use that in my thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys
Okay.
can use this. You guys can go into your sales script and then tweak up that.
Yeah.
You guys can tweak up your page and make it look like this and listen back to this coaching call and use a similar script. Boom. Now, the thing is, you guys do have to play, go research Afterpay,
Well, they
Klarna.
have it all in Stripe, I think,
Yeah.
already.
Okay, cool.
So
So, yeah. So you
yeah,
guys are good then. If you know how to use it, then you're
yeah.
chilling. Um, so so anyways, I'll keep it going.
Brian, you get started Monday and you're going ahead at it.
If you yeah, you cover that and you guys start today, right? You guys start today. Your clock doesn't start till Monday.
Okay.
So basically Monday the clock starts and that'd be 12 weeks. So really you'd have 13 weeks.
Okay. I just don't know if I want to do the 5,000 up front or if I'd rather just do the 2083 a month.
Hey guys, one of your mics are off this phone.
I think it's Ronnie's joint.
Ron,
Okay.
Demetri, right?
All right, you guys are good now.
Obviously you save money.
Up to you.
I think you can see. I think you can see I'm in. I'm just trying to figure out which way I want to go about it. I just want to do it up front. I'll just be doing debit card. Checking one thing. So if I do the 2083 a month, and let's say 1 month goes by, could I just pay it off like whenever I want? Like obviously it'd be the total of 6250, but can I just pay it off so there's no debt before 3 months is up?
So if somebody sticks to 2008, so hopefully you kind of see like what we're doing is we're incentivizing people to just pay as much as possible up front so that we have to go back and forth and kind of do
Yeah.
that's kind of what we're doing. If that makes sense. Okay, so that again, I should rephrase this was a good thing. What happened here? What did I do? Do you guys remember? Because I've done it with you, Mac. I did it with you, Shirel. I did it with you, Ryan. Do you guys know? Do you guys remember what happened after you guys agreed, hey, I'm in, and then which price point you guys wanted to do? What did I say to you? You guys remember?
30 days. You got up to 30 days. I'm gonna go ahead and honor. I'll do this for you. If you pay within 30 days, I'll honor that 5,000 or you don't have to pay that extra.
Yeah. Now, the thing is, he just said to me like, "Hey man, if I pay 2083, can I just pay it off?" Um, and what did I say? I didn't say like, "Hey, I have that option." I'm not going to reveal those cards yet. Does that make sense? That's kind
Yeah.
of what
Yeah,
I did.
I was seeing that when you did like you didn't directly go to boom. And Cole Gordon talks about that, not playing your cards too soon, even with payment options and stuff like that, with the objection handling. He's like, no, don't tell them automatically, oh yeah, yeah, we got payment plans and we no, hey, money aside. He goes into that. So
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, in this particular case, if I had said, "Hey, yeah, if you want to do 2083, you can pay off the remaining," he's just going to go for it. And in my head, it's like, um, I know that if he says, I know that there's an I know that he can still be like, "Oh yeah, I'll do 5K and then I'm good." right? And I would much rather that so that we can collect as much cash up front for the business as opposed to the 2083. And so that's why I responded the way that I did, which is like, hey man, hopefully you kind of see, and you see my eyes. I am thinking about like how to phrase
Yeah.
it today.
And you knew that he had it because
And I knew he had it,
he
right?
literally said like, I'm trying to figure out which one I want to do.
Yeah. And the way I knew, by the way, that he had it is like, again, you guys have all experienced it. We go over finances and everything at the very beginning. So I know how much he has saved. I know exactly what's going on. So I know he could afford it.
Yeah.
Right. So I did want to go over that with you guys really quick. And then I'll keep it playing. And guess what? You guys are all right. Shirel, you were right. Ronnie, you were right in terms of the mistake that I made. Okay. So I'll let it play out this time for you guys.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good, Mac. Did you so just really quick, just to make sure you're in the loop. Um, basically what I just went over is the fact that he so again with you and Shirel and Ryan, when you guys, said, hey, we're in, but we want to do this option, what I said is, hey, so long as you pay within 30 days, I'll give you the discount. That's always my line. I always say that. That's how I'm able to click paid in fulls within 30 days, 99% of the time. Now, in this case, I didn't say that to him. In this case, he asked what he said, and I said, basically, I'm not revealing those cards yet. I'm not telling him that's what I do. I'm basically just saying, hey, my goal here is to incentivize you. That's kind of what we're doing here. And then he's like, oh, I get it. Because I know that if I give him that response, well, then he's more likely to pay the 5K. So that's what I was explaining to the guys when you were.
Oh yeah, because I was responding and then I don't know what happened. I just got booted off the net and something happened. But I would say you reinforced that line, but you never said the 30 days because I was just like, you reinforced that and you was like, well, I'm just trying to incentivize people to pay up front so we don't go back and forth with the money. And then he was like, all right, yeah, when you reinforce that, you made him be like, well, I'm just gonna pay the 5K up front. And I don't see that it was actually a bad thing to
No, it's a
me.
good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I didn't. Okay, cool. Because I didn't see it as bad. I was like, dang, he didn't even have to say, hey, you got to pay in 30 days. He just said, I'm just trying to enforce going back and forth because you kind of limited his options, either pay the 280 or 2,000 some change monthly, or because he was trying to pay half a little bit and then pay later. So I see, but yeah, okay.
And so I didn't want to say like, yeah, you can do that. If I said you can do that, well, then he's obviously going to take that option, right? So I'm not going to play that card. I'm not going to play that card until I have to. And so the last thing I was saying, before you hop back on, Mac, is that you guys are all right. So what Shirel said, what you said, what Ronnie said in terms of me reinforcing things after he said the 5K instead of collecting and closing, that's the mistake that I made. So you guys are all bang on with that. And so I'm going to play the rest and you guys can kind of see it play out. And this is the first mistake I made, and there are a total of two. So I'm going to play that through so you guys can see it and then see what happened, see how I handled that. And then also I'm going to share the mistake with you guys. Okay. So I'll go and play it out now.
Then I would just do the 5,000 now.
Questions, comments, concerns, thoughts? I want to make sure you're cool. But really quick, why do you guys think I do this though? Like, why do you think? Actually, let me reverse it. While you transact. Questions, comments.
5,000 now. I would just do the 5,000 now.
Questions, comments, concerns, thoughts? I want to make sure you're cool before you transact. Do anything at all, man. Like, do you have?
No. I mean, it all makes sense.
So why, if you guys had to guess, why did I say that? Because I do know, like you guys, it's kind of common sense. Like, yo, just take the money. Somebody's offering you. Why on earth would you say something like that? Why on earth? Why do you guys think I did that? Why do you think I do that?
Objections.
I think impulse spending, because sometimes people can spend on impulse of like what they want to do, and they don't realize it, and then when they spend it, they will just I don't know. Sometimes it just goes downhill, and they just kind of like, I want my money back, or
Sure.
everything's going wrong. I thought it was supposed to be this, so it's just kind of like reinforcing, like, hey, is there any concerns that you have before you really spend this money? Because there's now that I know that I'm in it, there's other kind of not loopholes, but kind of like loopholes where it's like, hey, if you spend it, then you can't get your money back, or you spend it, I'm going to try to get you your money back, but you still have to go through the process, but it's contingent on you working and stuff like that. So if they don't put the time in, they can lose their 2,000 or lose their money.
Good stuff. What else you guys got for me? What other reasons do you think I said what I said? Jalen, you've been quiet this whole time.
Oh my! I'm listening. I mean, I didn't really see nothing wrong because I feel like he was just gonna go ahead and pay it. So so far I don't know. Besides the make him rethink his decision by asking if he had any questions, my guess is that's
Why do
what's gonna make it go downhill because then he's gonna be thinking of a question.
Well, my question to you, so you're right. So Shirel, Ryan, Ronnie, they all said like, "Hey, Kushi, that's where you fucked up," and I'm saying 100%. Like that is right. That is where thing that is the mistake I made. My question to you though is, why do you guys think I asked that question? Why do you think I have the energy? Why do you guys think I did that?
I think so they're not pressured. They don't feel pressured like, okay, look, it's now or never. So they feel confident in their decision when they give their credit card information or whatever to you. That's my
Um,
guess.
I think too, Coach Sheik, uh, is habitual. As well. Like, you used to saying it as well. So like, hey, any questions you have, or, your coaching mindset, you're always thinking, hey, what else? All that. So I think sometimes it's just out of habit, you know.
So I'll go ahead and tell you guys this one. So you guys got the first one right in terms of the boo-boo I made. In terms of this one, the reason I do it is, and the reason I do it, guys, is just to stay on brand. That's it. So you guys have all had a call with me, right? You guys have all had a call with me. You guys remember what that experience was like. You guys remember the energy I gave you. You guys
Mhm.
remember that it's like a very nurturing coaching type of vibe that I give you. It's not like somebody's high ticket trying to sell you. It's not somebody's like trying to get one over you. It's like I'm really trying to be your friend. I'm trying to do the right thing. And for me, all the way from the DMs to the sales call, and then after the sales call, I'm trying to keep the exact same energy. I want you guys to feel like I'm here to help you because I'm not done. Like the sale is not the sales page. The sale is not the sales call. The sale is not after you guys start. It's a process because my goal here is to keep you guys here with me for years. That's my goal. My goal is that. And the only way I can do that is by presenting myself in a certain type of way where you feel comfortable, where you're like, this guy really does give a fuck. This guy really does care about me. Right? Like that's my brand. That's me staying on brand. Or Hormozy has a brand. Cole Gordon has a brand. We all have different brands. And so for me, like that's my brand. And so if somebody says they're really ready to pay, for me to keep my brand, it's like, cool, man. You good? You feel good with this decision? You ready to rock and roll, man? That's just my brand. My brand wouldn't be the moment he says he's like, okay, cool, man. So are you a MasterCard or Visa card? Like that wouldn't be the brand. Right? I switch up as soon as he agrees to pay. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
Right? Something was shifting him a little bit. Does that make sense? So that's the reason. Now I will say, don't like, I'm gonna go over how to do it the right way because I learned my lesson the hard way from this. There is a way to have that energy and still do it the right way. And so
Gotcha.
that's what I learned from this. So does that make sense in terms of why I did it now, guys? And so the truth is that I'm playing with fire. The truth is I'm doing something very risky. You know what I mean? I'm doing something. It's like you're like this short and you walk up to the dude this big and you walk chest to chest. You're like, yo, I'm gonna fuck you up. It takes a lot of confidence and you're like putting yourself in harm's way. You're playing with fire. That's kind of sort of what I'm doing, right? Does that make sense, guys? Make sense now? Yeah. Okay. It is still wrong though. I still made a mistake, and you're gonna see how it plays out now.
Okay, well, put 5,000 in and then start getting clients, and start building it from there. See, I'm just going back and forth between the 2083 a month and the 5,000 because obviously you have monthly revenue coming in. So it'd be easier to bounce it off of that. Um,
I get it.
yeah. It's just weird because like I said, the other mentorship how I had, it was like split up in like smaller payments. Don't mind doing, but let me let me just do the let me just do the monthly. Let me just do 2083. That'd be good for me. That would give me a perspective of like, okay, you got 2083 month bill coming up. Let's get some clients because you're gonna have a bill to pay. I think I like that a little bit more. That's also what happened with the other mentorship thing. Okay, you got a bill, you better work. So I kind of like that idea. Yeah. Okay,
So do you,
that's it. Pretty much.
so 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 I'll do you one better, yeah? So 2083, cool with that. Here's what I'll do. Hop in 2083. I'm guessing you're probably gonna close a deal within like 14 days, and then you'll be like, dude, I'm all in, yeah? At that point, as long as you cover the remaining balance within 30 days, I'll hook it up. I'll give you the discount.
Okay, awesome.
So that work? So 2003, and then if you say, cool, man, I'm rock and rolling, then I think what is like 3,000 or whatever, that'll be the remaining balance. Just cover that within 30 days, and we'll hook it up for you.
Okay. Yeah,
Does that work?
let's do that.
Cool. All right, man. So does that, so obviously it makes sense. I'm not going to reveal those cards until I absolutely have to. At that point, it's a checkmate move. My back is against the wall. I have to say that. Now I'm going to say like, yeah, man, you can pay it off. Right? So earlier I didn't give it away, but now I have no choice but to give it away. Okay? So again, that's a lesson for you guys as well. Use the same thing. If you guys ever do pay in full, monthly payment plan. If they pay it in full, you guys now know like what you need to do to get that. Don't make a silly error like me. And then if they ever don't do it, you need to reinforce this. You must reinforce it, and you're always going to get that kind of energy. And you guys know it's the truth because Mac, Shirel, Ryan, you guys all experience. You know how you felt the moment I brought that up. You're like, oh, that sounds like a good deal, right? It gives people autonomy, um, and makes them feel good. Okay, so you guys are all right. Congratulations. Now I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna show you guys a second mistake. So the rest of this is just like it was just like us collecting payment, booking things out, me getting him access to his onboarding, me going over. I mean, this is all important, right? Like you guys all experience that, which I'm like, hey man, you have your 30 days. Here's a time. Go in your calendar, mark it. All this stuff is important. Think back to your call. If you guys want to watch your call back, you can watch your call. I do the same thing. I set the onboarding page, everything up, and then the thing I drill people on is I drill people go into your calendar, mark this date, put an alarm, right? That's what I do. Shirel, I did that with you on the onboarding call with Mac, with Ryan, with Jalen. You didn't experience that. But actually, I mean, Mac, Ryan, Jalen, you guys all experienced my automated onboarding. By the way, I did it, my onboarding with you three was different than everybody else. I've done the same onboarding with over 100 people, spent an hour 50. I spent literally 300 hours onboarding people. Mac, Ryan, Jalen, you guys are the only people that have not. And it's because I'm experimenting with automating my onboarding. But again, I put the reps in, so don't try to do this. You guys have to put in the work and spend the hundreds of hours onboarding people, okay? But so now like Shirel with you, I went over this on the onboarding. With Mac and Ryan, I did what I'm telling you right now, which is I tell them go into your calendar, mark the date, set an alarm. Because this is the important thing I care about. Like I want to make sure that they don't, nobody screws this one up. And so I did the same thing with him. And now after that, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into like him actually like paying, and then the shooting the shit part. So you can take a 3 to 7, or you can take a 7 to I guess like do you have questions on this? Is kind of what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Do you feels clear? Like just all just like follow step 1, 2, 3. It's pretty simple. Just follow. It's cool, man. Well, dude, this is the part where I just kind of sit back and tell you that I'm gonna take your money, bet it all on black, and good luck to you. Oh man, I'm excited for you. I genuinely, I'm not just saying that. Like, first of all, like thank you. Like, thank you, man. Like, going through this process, respecting the process, and just giving your time, energy, and just investing with us. Like, I really just want to say thank you for that. And, dude, set your expectations high. So set them high. I'm just gonna let it play for a hot minute. Not a hot minute, but maybe like 3, 4 minutes, because I'm gonna try to let you guys pick up on something. Okay. It's a little bit more nuanced, but hopefully you guys can pick up on it. And then here's the thing for you guys to pick up on it. This is why I kind of painted a profile of that guy for you guys, right? He came for a program. He only had one coach. Like Shirel, you had a program, Jalen, and you came from something else, and then you went on YouTube and you searched a bunch of stuff. And you tried a bunch of different things. Jalen, you went through like damn near 7 coaches before you hopped in here. And so this guy, he's again comes from a background. He wants to be extremely successful. He's got this drive. He hired one coach, and that one coach he got to 25K. He didn't have a bunch of trial tribulation experience. So this guy, I guess what I'm trying to get across to you guys is, and I don't say this to be mean or poo-poo to him, but he kind of, again, I'm not taking anything away because he's a hard worker, but in some capacity, he didn't have a bad experience. He didn't have to figure a bunch of shit out. He had one good coach who gave it to him, and then it just worked. There's not a trial and error. And on top of that, I'm not trying to poo-poo on like real estate videography, but it's not that hard. There's a fucking list. You call the damn list, you close a deal, you go out there, shoot. That's it. The hard part is like hiring and train people. You don't have to think a bunch compared to like what we're doing here. You guys all know at this point, you guys have all been here for weeks. You got to understand it's nuance. There's a lot more stuff. It's not as simple as like just go out there and shoot and be done. And so my responses are nuanced. You guys all know this. You ask me a question, I give you a 10-minute voice note. There's a reason for that. Right. And so again, I'm just trying to paint a picture for you of who he is. He came from this background, extremely successful, hard worker. That's the part that I won't take away from him. But I guess the one word I will say is he's kind of spoiled. He's kind of spoiled. He's been spoiled. Is kind of what I'm going to get across to you. Okay. Now I want to give you that hint before you guys watch the rest of this. Okay. And then hopefully you guys can kind of pick up on what I did wrong that I learned from. Like, see them. I know it sounds maybe cocky, confident, but like I will. And the other thing is, I'm just so excited for you. I meet a lot of different people, a lot of walks of life, man. I see people that are like just getting started, and it's kind of hard for those people because I have to. It's Hormozy talks to a lot of people. Talks like you can take a 3 to 7, or you can take a 7 to 10. And so there are people like walking in my life. They're like a 1. I got to get them to like a 3, and I can't get them to 10 because I need 5 years with them. I need a bunch of business experience. But you, man, like you're a solid 8. And so I'm just excited when I meet people like you because I know I can get you to 10. It's just you're running 100 miles an hour the wrong way, and we should get you to go the right way. And just I think you're gonna eat this stuff up, and I know you have so much potential. And I sound like a bro. I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over, but I really am excited, man. I'm just so excited to see what you can do because I know you're gonna crush it, man. I know you're gonna crush it. And but yeah, that's me being soppy. But
yeah, no, I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I'm excited too. I'm not one of those guys that's gonna like visually show it, but I'm definitely excited. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, man, this is the part where like, I mean, like I carved out my entire day, so I got time. I mean, if there's stuff that you want to talk about, shoot the shit. You want to ask me questions, but like whatever, like if whatever's bringing your mind, man, like we can talk about that if there's something that's going through your head.
Yeah, I mean, while we're here, so for people that come in and they join and they do, they start this business. What exactly is this business? Like when people ask you, like if I would ask you, what do you do in this sense? Like if you were asking me what I do, what is my response? Digital marketing?
I guess where's the question coming from, first of all? Like, why are you asking this question?
Just a person on the side of the street. You just meet them and like, oh, hey, what do you do? What do you do for work?
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're asking for a simple answer versus a thought out answer, the thought out answer is straight up. Like, I mean, I'm not running an agency. I'm running a consulting coaching business, but I don't talk about it. I know they wouldn't get it, especially if I'm like talking to a girl. I just tell them a videographer.
Yeah.
I get it. So I don't talk about coaching consulting, like for example, like the equity stuff and all that, like the private back end, you get it, but that was over most people's heads. So now I think you're asking this question from more of like maybe a networking or like business kind of.
Yeah. Like from my perspective, like if somebody comes up to me and like, just what is my identity? Like, what is it that I do?
So your identity will shift in 3 months or so if and when you niche down. But as of right now, what you can say is, I own an agency and we drive leads and sales for businesses using ads.
Easy enough. And then for I guess the people that come in and they do this, I don't think like I started like I've made the commitment and all that stuff I'm in. So people that come in and do this, and they're looking for that recurring revenue. So I think you said one deal somebody did was like 5K split up between 3 months or whatever. Do those people stay or do they churn and then it's all about getting another client to get because the revenue, does it like consistently go up every month, or is there people that drop off? Like obviously there's people that don't see results or whatever, but how is it normally like let's say I go and just throwing numbers out there like this month, and I sign 2 people at what's an average number? Like what is an average deal? Is it 1,500 a month?
Solid question.
Okay.
No, not so do you want the honest answer?
Yeah. Honesty is like that's what I go off of. So, like I need to know what is it gonna look like, and then I pivot from.
Always lie to women and never be honest. I'm just kidding. Kind of, sort of. You'll see.
Like,
yeah. So you seem like somebody that's smart, that's wise, that as long as you can get there, like you're happy. So I'm gonna now is the time for me to ground you really quick. Is that cool?
Mm-hmm.
Right, just bring you kind of down to earth and just keep it real with you. So I got this question. So if you want to screenshot this or whatever, I had this question earlier where she said, "Hey, just to get an idea of how much to charge." No. So she was like, there's a graph breakdown where you showed how much you can charge for your offer, but I'm not sure where it is. You broke it down somewhere. Can you tell me like how much you should be charging or whatever? And so what I told her is, I was like, okay, why are you asking this question? Where's it coming from? She said, hey, I'm wondering because I have a business partner who was asking about pricing and she was curious about that because of production costs, right? So production costs, like that plays a role if there's ad fatigue. And so then I'm telling her like, hey, there's 4 ways to answer this question. And the first way is that you're still thinking like a videographer. There's no production cost because again, there's an example yesterday where like these ads, she didn't even need to go out there. She could literally have the guy record on an iPhone, send the content over, she could run it and he would make a shit ton of money. Like that's how it works. And so I'm kind of breaking her belief there. Like production cost has nothing, like right now for you, for example, you have a cost of a filmer, the cost of somebody to edit. There's none of that in this game. Right. So you gotta get rid of that. It has nothing to do with that. Again, for your funnel, do I have any cost to get set up? No, I already filmed it, already edited it. Like there's nothing, right? So it's a very different way of looking at business. And then I told her, hey, you can charge whatever you want. That's just the truth. And what I was explaining to her is that I've seen people charge 7K for an offer. I've seen people charge, I've seen people need to do free to fee and struggle because they struggle with sales. So here's what I mean by that. Marketing and sales. The better your marketing is, the worse you can get sales. The better your sales, so the better your marketing is, the worse you can get sales. The worse your marketing is, the better you have to get sales. So by marketing, we're defining that. I define that as everything that happens before a human interacts. Sales is as soon as a human takes over. So inside the DMs and discovery call, sales call. Now, when it comes to this funnel, it's an ad that goes into funnel and that's it. There's not like, unless you're getting people to consume your content on your social media, which you're not going to, I don't have people do that, or sending people a Loom video before a call like I did, then you have to just be really good at sales. And the thing is, if you're really good at sales, I have seen people charge 7K. Like for example, Ryan, again, that's the guy earlier. He closed his first deal within like 2-3 days. Closed another. He's closing like 3. Like again, he's really good. He's not normal. He's really good. When you hear him talk, you're like, holy shit. Again, I think you're good at talking too. So I'm just keeping it real. Like, hey, like for you right now, what you're thinking is like, hey man, like 250, 150. Like if I drop the, people would like, it's just a different kind of conversation. The reason for that, man, is like you're talking to people that are just, it's a price to the bottom because you're competing with so many people. We're not doing that here. If you can straight up, dude, like what have I sold you on? I have sold you on, I can make you 25K. So I could charge you 25K if I really wanted to. And if I really wanted to, I could compel, I can give you a shit ton of content. I could try to sell you over the course of 3 months if I really wanted to. I could extract 25K from you. I could if I really wanted to, right? But I know that 5K is enough where I don't have to fight tooth and nail with you. I'm not trying to do multiple sales calls. I'm not trying to have, like, I'm not trying to do any of that. So for me, I know 5K is a good price point. And so what I'm trying to get across to you, man, is like, it depends on your sales. Can you convince somebody that something is going to make them 30 G's? within 3 months, well then if you're good enough at sales, so that's just the truth. Like I'm not sugarcoating.
Okay.
The third thing is now I'm giving the objective answer. So now your question is more like an analytical question. And so now I'm answering her analytically. And this only matters once you've really niched down. Until you've niched down, this doesn't really matter. But really what you have to do is you have to hit 3x return on ad spend in terms of new contracted deals. So that means if you spend 5,000 on ads, you got to contract at least 15,000. So if you close 3 deals, each of them you collect $1,000 each of them, you've only collected 3,000, but it's 15,000 contracted, you're good. The second thing is 2x cash collected on ads. So that means if you spend 5,000 on ads, you got to collect $10,000 total at least, whether it's a combination from a combination of old and new clients. So basically I'm giving him an answer, but it's not a simple answer of it's 1,500. I'm telling you like, hey, there's 4 ways I can answer your question of how much you should charge. Right. And you guys can kind of pay attention to like kind of his body language and his face. And then let me see if he asks another question and I'll play that for a little bit and then I'll wrap it up. Analytical video, which I'm kind of sensing that from you. And then here's an answer I'm giving her and the one I'm gonna give you too. Now, the answer that really matters for you right now, Jalen, is simply charge what you can. That's it. If you can get away with charging $250 only, charge that. As time goes on, here's the reality. As time goes on, your service delivery skills will get better, which will result in your conviction increasing, which will result in your sales being better, which will allow you to collect more cash up front. Super stupid and super simple, stupid answer, but that's the truth. This is the truth in terms of even for you. So right now, Cody, again, I'm keeping you real right now. Did I say to you 25K in 6 months? Yeah. Did I say to you I feel comfortable about 10K? Yeah, within 3 months. But the truth is, and I'm just keeping 100% with you right now. And again, I know that you're a Hormozy fan because you mentioned multiple times. If you can spend 5,000 over the next 3 months spent on ads, and you make back $5,000, and you've helped shit ton of people, and you've realized that this is way better for you and your mental health than what the hell you've been doing the last 2 years, I think that's a win because you spent 5,000, make 5. You basically learn a skill entirely for free that's going to allow you to escape that life. And then another 3 months down the road, maybe you hit 25K, 30K. That's just the straight up right answer. That's me giving you coaching advice. Does that make sense? That's me not trying to say you. That's me being a coach.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
So I've answered your question 4 different ways. When with me, you'll get a lot of that, by the way, is I'm not going to answer you directly. I'm going to give it to you from multiple angles so you can view it different ways. So it's not black and white. But the main thing for you to understand right now, man, is like a lot of what you've been taught, you got to throw it out the window. And for now, the simple answer is you just charge what you can charge. If you're good enough at sales, if you can sell ice and Eskimo. So how much should I charge? Should I charge 1,500? And I gave him like a 15-minute answer. It's not the wrong answer. It's the correct answer. It's the best answer. It's the most ethical answer you can give somebody, right? But it is not a straightforward answer. You're going to be able to extract 5,000 from somebody. I promise you. I've seen it for ways. And I will tell you, I'll tell you this. If you can figure out a unique mechanism to make people money, he got people on a 4,000 per month thing. Average person was paying him 50 of like, oh, it's 250 both working with gym owners. So again, it goes kind of back to your logic to help the gym clients. So, and they hop in a month. There's no. So basically, I think he was talking about niching or something, and I basically had to explain to him like, hey, Hormozy has figured out this thing, which is why he has a $100 million business working with gyms. And then the question he had asked me is like, how many of your guys have figured that out? And I said, none. That's just the truth. Like, figuring out something like the free video commercial offer, figuring out something like Alex Hormozy, there's a reason why Hormozy makes $100 million, right? It's not as simple as just like funnel hacking and run some ads. If you funnel hack, run some ads, you'll build a company that does 20K per month. But if you really want to build a $1 million, multi-million dollar business, you got to figure out a unique mechanism that helps people in one particular niche. Like for me, I figure out this free video commercial, it just works for everybody, right? You need to, and that takes years to figure some shit like that out. And that's what I'm kind of sort of explaining to him. And so that scared the shit out of him. Oh, there's nothing tied to it. Very different sales process. And then here's what happens at the sixth open. It's coming with Tylenol. I'm kind of giving it away, but I shouldn't be doing that because I wanted you guys to kind of figure out. But what are you guys taking away? So what is the mistake what's happening right now? What is the mistake that I'm making?
I feel like he's not hearing the answers that he wants to hear.
Sure.
Too much teaching.
Yeah, give him too much information in a way. I feel the same way. Like, he went into overload. Like his brain went into overload, and I can tell by his like through the beginning of the call because I pay attention to body language. He was like this the whole time, but when you start going at, when he started doing this, he starts losing his. He's listening and he's like now he's questioning because him thinking is like if I do this, he's telling me this, but he's not even answering my question. So he's like going through his brain of like, dang, he gave me 4 questions. Why couldn't he just give me like one to kind of just like he's trying to understand your thought process and your logic behind it. And then he's like, damn, but if I do it this way, then I can do it that way. And that's what I think
the dreams and words were the best way I feel like to explain it. I'll add on to what he's saying as well. It might be slightly different, but the dream and the words are like not like matching. And that's why he's like kind of like dissociating and disconnecting. I feel like from a little bit from what I'm seeing in his face.
What else you guys got?
yeah, I think he's just losing his confidence based off of what like how you're explaining like snap back into reality. You had to, and I think that's what and I understand that part of the coaching, like being a coach and a mentor is like, hey, I gotta snap you to reality to tell you the truth. Like, hey, you might be you looking to make $100 a week, but look, you're gonna be starting probably around like 7, 10 right now, and 10 is really on the high end. You really be at 2, 3, 5, and you see that like that kind of logic of how you was thinking. He was just like thinking like, damn, I have time, but I don't want to spend that time on getting there.
Yeah.
And
I was just say, especially because you said something in the beginning. He didn't have to go through nothing. He literally got a list put in front of him. He did what he needed to do, and he got results immediately. So saying that, okay, I gotta wait, this is like what? Like, what do you mean? Because like you said, he's spoiled. It was like boom, it's handed to you, boom. Now you have to work, right? And then all that information overload is like, okay, I don't know if I want to do this. You know what I'm saying? Because kind of wanted it handed to me. I didn't have to go through no trials. I didn't have to go through these things. That's what I'm getting from it.
that's a form from even and I know this due to people who have never really worked a 9 to 5 before, who deal with like high systems when you go like because I work in the finance and then like we have multiple like maybe like 6, 7 different uh softwares that we have to connect to and talk to get whatever we need to do. So when you're not working on that type of like thought process or that energy of just moving systems or using Excel to do this or do that, like your brain can be like, dog, I don't know if I can do this because it's a lot. And you, when you showed him, he was just like, I was like, yeah, I get it. So uh,
Yeah.
I don't think you did bad though. I just think it was just more of like, yeah, you probably
The
could have held
Avatar.
back. Yeah, you came out with the bazooka, just just shooting him down, and he just wanted just to pew,
BB water gun, BB gun.
little pew pew, just
They
shoot me nice, like
they
lay
will
me
tell you.
nicely.
They will tell you. Everybody will tell you. Keep it real with me. Keep it real. I want the truth. Remember that? What he said? He's like, that's you, Shirel. Keep it real with me. And you could, Shirel. The thing is, you can handle it. You handle it, right? And Mac, same thing. Keep it real with me. And this is why I tread carefully. This is why Mac on our call. When you're saying like certain things, like, hey, you don't have to say that. I have to say what I have to say because I've done hundreds of these, and so my response is what I feel like. So it's like we talk about girls. Like you can be the most handsome person, whatever. A girl will not like you. Like every girl's got a type, and so for me, it's like I have hundreds of people I'm talking to, and so I have to give the most appropriate response that's going to have the highest chance of winning. And so for me, it's like some people can handle it, some people can't handle it, whatever. And so what I learned from this lesson, and so let me just share with you what happened. You guys are right. Bang on, you guys are right. The consensus here, you guys are right. Is like it's too much for a guy like him. Now let me show you guys what happened. I was coming up with freaking code. So basically, so you guys saw the two mistakes, right? So this is the part that makes me a little bit sad for the guy. So I guess like before I share, I'll go ahead and share, and then you guys can ask me questions, comments, concerns, thoughts. So basically, here's the deal. So basically, went over the profile, went over what happened on the call. I dropped the price. I asked him, he agreed to 5K. And I asked him, are you sure, or whatever I said, instead of what I should have said, which is this. So share with you guys right now, and you guys are all bang on. You guys are all right in terms of what I should have done, which is I should have said something like, so remember, I can still keep my branding while still saying the right thing. So it's like he says 5K. Then what I could have done, I could have just like lean in and be like, cool, man. So are you a MasterCard guy or a Visa card guy? And then leaned in and started the whole process. Boom, done. So I still keep that chill energy, but I say and do the right thing. Another thing I could have done is I could have just chilled for a little bit. I'd be like, cool, man. So here's the deal. I'm going to send you a link to this page, da 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 da, and walk him through it. And just again, but it's about keeping that chill vibe. What would have been wrong is if he said what he said, and I was like, cool, man, Master or Visa card guy. It's how you say it, right? So that's where I fucked up. So my learning
Like the
lesson,
tonality of it.
the tonality and the
Okay.
energy. So that's what I learned from this, from this call is like the moment somebody says the price, and this is my first time experiencing this, by the way. This is the first time, and that's gonna be kind of one of the teaching lessons for you guys. First time I ever experienced this where I said that, like I've always been just kind of chill, like cool, man. So you feel good about this? You feel good about the decision? Yeah, go I'm ready to go. Cool. I've almost always done that. Now I've learned my lesson of I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to get right to it, but I'm going to keep the energy. That's a lesson I learned. Okay. And then
From asking that question, I'm just trying to make sure I'm
yep,
following.
from this
Oh, okay.
experience, I have learned whenever somebody agrees to the price, I'm going to get right to it instead of, are you sure? Does this sound good, man? You ready to rock and roll? I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to make sure I get right to it, but I'm going to keep my same energy so that it's still on brand. So that's a lesson I learned from this one.
And that one, like basically doing this will like instead of saying like, hey, are you sure the energy is like really good here, really good here, really good here, price drop, everything's good. And then instead of saying, are you sure where the energy can go slightly down or, have like a different like waveform, transition it into a better way where the energy still stays high, but it can go up, if it can go up, or just stay the same. So this way, like they don't like psych themselves out, if that makes sense.
Exactly. I don't want them to psych themselves out.
Yeah.
So this guy, he psyched himself out
Yeah.
when I said what I said.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, he did, but I think that was because after that part, me personally,
So not so,
yeah,
so
yeah,
that
I
part
think,
is different. That part is
yeah,
different. So the
okay,
part where he psyched himself out towards the tail end, that's different. That's a whole nother thing. So I'll talk about that here in a second.
oh, okay, okay.
What I'm talking about is the 5K part. The mistake I made cost me $3,000. And by the way, this is why I tell you guys, yo, if you fuck up, like I always push you to say, do the onboarding, get the reps in, and I say to you all the fucking time, it'll cost you tens of thousands of dollars. You saw it fucking right here. One motherfucking line cost me $3,000.
Heck yeah.
One fucking line, guys. One fucking line. That's what happens. Okay. So now, Mac, I'm going to talk about what you're talking about, which is like towards the tail end where I'm giving the bazooka, like you said.
Wait, you said 3,000, right?
Yeah, because remember, it's 5,000 or 2,083 a month. He was down to do the 5,000. And when I asked that question of like, okay, cool, you feel good about this? He was like, you know what, let's do the 2,083.
You was on brand. I think you should have been like, you know what? I'm excited for you. You should have came with the excitement, be like,
Yeah,
hey,
bro,
thank
that's what I
you.
had done. But you ended
That
up
that
still collecting that too. You
you
still
could have
ended up, yeah.
still did the same. You could still use the same thing. I think it's more like you said, the tonality. Because I'm just being transparent. Use me. I almost was like, hey, bro, like we had that talk. I was like, look, I understand you've been with 100 people. That's why I said I was like, I understand you've been with 100 people. I know you're gonna have to do your same cadence, but I was like, with me, I know you have to think it, but I'm telling you before you even say it, because I talked to multiple people that I got into this place, and they just be like, yeah, and I just be like, look, I don't like it because you don't want my money. But when we had talk, we had a conversation, whatever. But yeah, like I think that I get it. I get it. I
Yeah.
see what you did. But
Yeah.
okay.
Makes sense?
I'm not gonna do that then.
Yeah.
When I get my time to shine, I'm gonna try not to do that.
Don't do that.
I
Yeah.
see what you're saying. That are you sure? And it's just like just come with congratulations.
Yeah.
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 And what I would
Yeah,
say,
you didn't do it with me. You
Yeah.
come on, get it. You know.
what I
Yeah.
would say is, um, you guys, and I am being specific here with these lines, by the way, is either I would say again, you guys all have your own energy. Some people are like, for example, Cam is a little bit more hypey. I don't know what your energy is. Keep the brand, but then whatever your brand is, I do like both these lines. Cool. So are you a MasterCard Visa? And then you start acting, you're working. You're pulling up the page. This one I'm referring to is what I'm saying is like what I would say is after you said that, I'd be like, cool. And then I would pull this page up and I'd be like, cool. So here's the deal, Cody. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a link to this page. You're going to come down. You're going to da 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 da. And you're going to do this, okay? And then I wouldn't even say, does that make sense? I would literally just copy paste. I would go inside Zoom. I would send it to him. I wouldn't even give him time. Like now, I've learned my lesson. I don't give time to let
Yeah, I
people.
do the same thing. I don't give them time. Nothing.
No time, okay? So that's the learning lesson from that, okay? Now, in terms of the bazooka that we're talking about, Mac, basically when I asked him he asked questions, and here's what I should have done is I should have simply said, uh, it depends, Cody, but yeah, I think $1,500 is a solid pricing point. That's it. And then kept it moving. That's it. That's it. That's all I should have done. Okay. It's that. Okay. Make sense, guys? Okay. So basically, here's what happened after the call. So I sensed something was off because I could read the face, right? And so if I come in here, so again, basically, I come in here and I drop him a voice note. Hey, coach, just really quick, man. It's on my mind. Thank you, conversation. So I was reading your face throughout the conversation, and I guess I think what I want you to know, man, is like every time you ask me a question, I don't give you a direct response, right? Like, how much do people charge? Oh, 1,500 Cody, just charge that. I think if I were to say that to you, man, like I would be doing a disservice. Does that make sense, man? Like, because it's not as cut and dry as that. It's not that simple. And so what I tend to do is I tell you, my answer is usually it depends, and here's why it depends, and here's how it works, and here's some examples. Because I think it's better for you. It's the correct answer. It's more of a complex answer. It's a nuanced answer, but it is the right answer. And if I were to just tell you, hey, just charge this or just do this, I think that would do you a disservice. Now, are there times where I can answer a question for you like that? Yeah. But the kinds of questions that you're asking me are more up in the air. They're not straightforward questions. As simple as you think they might be, if you do, they're just not. And so I think as you go through course material, as you get launched, as you start to see and see that for yourself, you have to really experience it, and you'll be like, oh, I see what Coach Sheik meant now. It's when you go through it, that's when things become clear. And are there times where I'm just like, hey man, just do this, just do this, just do it? Yeah, there are. There are plenty of those times. And that's what I'm saying to you right now. Just like, just get the funnel launch, get the ads launch, just post some stuff on your Instagram based off of whatever. Don't think too much about it. And just focus on those deals. Like, that's me being short with you, not short with you, that's me being kind with you, because in that case I can be, right? Because it is that simple. But then some of the questions you're asking me, again, they're more complex, it's nuanced, and I don't want to do this service by giving you something simple, because I think that will set you up for failure down the road. So anyways, man, I hope this helps you. I hope you understand my perspective. And I hope you appreciate that. But yeah, I'm excited for you, and I'll talk to you soon. So my gut was telling me like, yo, something is off and I need to send that. And I do think that I made the right move, because I was right. Something was off. And so this was his response. So at first he's like, yeah, completely understand. It hits me. I have to rewire my brain, da da da. And this is Tuesday. And then he messages me this literally the next day. The whole thing is like, hey, after giving this more thought, I made a decision on emotion rather than logic. The more I reflect on it, the more I realize I can't see myself doing the agency this way. I want to be clear. This isn't because I don't believe in you or the course as a coach. If anything, it's the opposite. I genuinely believe that you know what you're doing. I appreciate the time you've invested. I just don't think there's the right path for me right now. I feel like my focus, and this is the part, okay? I hope you guys can see through this, okay? Again, there are three kinds of objection to sales. What are they?
Financial partner, spouse, and uncertainty and doubt.
Uncertain.
Yeah. So again, when I read this, my mind is already going to which one of the objections is it.
Uncertainty and doubt.
Boom, bang on. I just don't think that the path is right now, right? And then he goes into, I feel, and this is the part that's bullshit. I feel like my focus needs to stay on scaling my current business instead of taking it as a different direction. How much fucking sense does it make to say that when you and I have logically gone over this and you're a smart dude, and I know that you can't, it is impossible. It's like, yo, bro, the ceiling is here, and I'm like, here, I'm gonna keep trying to grow higher. Like, you can't. You can't, bro. Like, it's impossible. It's like, yo, I'm gonna keep trying with Beyonce, bro. I know she got Jay-Z, but like, just I'm gonna get like, no, you're not, bro. Beyonce is gone. Like, you can't get Beyonce. It doesn't make any sense. And so as soon as he says that, like that's kind of what's going through my head. He goes into, I'm not asking for a refund of the initial payment. I believe, and there's a reason why he's not asking. This goes back to Mac. You picked up on this. It's the post onboarding stuff. That's why he knows not to. I believe you should be paid for the time and energy you've put up to this point. My concern is moving forward with the remaining balance for something I don't feel right as fit for me. I also don't think, and now he's just going into like, oh, I don't want to take up your time and energy. There are other members, you give them time, like just bullshit. Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm basically going in there and I'm just like dropping some voice notes, trying to talk him off a cliff. Like, yo, bro, I think you're making a terrible decision. If anything, I think that this is an emotional decision, not a logical one. I think that your decision to hop in was a logical decision. This that you're saying is an emotional decision, right? And so I'm making my case. And then on top of that, I was like, hey, by the way, on the coaching call, you should talk to the other members and get their perspective. On top of, you can message them one-on-one. I think that would help you, not just hearing from me. So he goes in, he's like, yeah, I appreciate it. Now, here's the part that's like wild. Okay. So remember, like, I'm not a fucking idiot. Like, I know what's going on. And here's the part that this broke my heart a little bit. Like, I feel bad for the fucking guy. Because I have access to people's Facebook, Instagram, Go High Level. I don't check anybody's DMs here, by the way. You guys can see if I check your DMs or PMs. I don't do any of that stuff. But this stuff pops up on my feed. I can see stuff on my feed. And this guy is, man, sent a message. Hey, Cody, the model is simple, da 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 da. I haven't seen the rest of the message, but you guys know what the fuck that is. He's basically messaging other coaches, trying to like figure out what their business model because he can join their coaching program. So he's looking at completely different business models because when he says to me earlier, like, yo, I'm trying to scale up this thing. Uh, like, no, you're not, motherfucker, you're lying. And so this is like he's obviously not, because he's looking for help, and he's trying to go into something else that would be a little bit more certain. Does that make sense, guys? So that's the part that broke my heart a lot.
Wait, when did he send that? When did he send that?
Which one?
That message where like the screenshot like where he's talking to the other agency owner?
No. That's me. I sent him a screenshot.
Oh, you sent a screenshot of him talking to somebody else?
I sent him a screenshot because I dropped him a voice note, and what I'm saying to him is like, yo, bro, I can see that you're talking to other people,
Oh, okay.
trying to join other programs. So I'm calling him out on his
Yeah.
saying like, yo, I can see this, therefore I know that what you're saying here is bullshit. That you're not.
Yeah.
I know that you're not going to try to continue to grow your agency, your real estate videography business. I know that you're not going to do that because I see evidence here. Like I know that.
Yeah.
And
Did he
so,
say that to be nice? Do you think he said that to just be nice to you, or do you think
yeah,
he's lying to himself while he's writing that?
no,
Because
no,
like
no.
I know a lot of times like they don't actually believe it and they're just writing shit.
It's a little
No,
bit of both,
of
I
course,
feel.
no, no, no. It's not both. He's straight up
Oh,
lying. He's straight up lying because
Because like it looks like the message is genuine, but then
no,
like
no, no.
a part of
Because
it is like he's
because
lying to himself.
no, no, no. Because this is a lie. His excuse is, hey, Koshik, I would rock with
oh,
you, I would fuck with you, but the thing is, I feel like I should be doing my real estate business. So the answer is, it's almost like this. You talk to a girl, and then she's like, yeah, I'm just not feeling this chemistry. I'm trying to be single right now. Bet.
but
And then
find
she's
another
out
date.
talking, and she's
Yeah,
out
okay,
talking to
I
five
got,
other
I
dudes.
got.
It's like you
Yeah,
lying, girl. Like you just don't like me. That's
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yep,
Same thing.
exactly. Yeah, bull crap.
It's bull crap. So
It
it's
goes
not,
back to the
there's
remind me of the
nothing.
heck yeah, heck no. Like, be honest with. Stop trying to let me off softly. Like, be honest with me instead of
Yeah.
giving me a soft no.
So
You
what
know.
this is, and this is the trick. This is what remember. There are three objections: financial, uh, there's partner, spouse, and there's uncertainty, doubt. So this is an uncertainty, doubt, and you guys will get this. This is uncertainty, doubt masked with bullshit. So he's trying to give you some shit. He's trying to give me some shit, but it's actually uncertainty, doubt. So the real issue is again, the guy had a silver spoon and he was spoiled, and the moment shit got real, he's pussying out. He's pussying out.
Hey,
That's
Yeah.
Coach Sheik,
yeah.
so I can write that down. You said it's uncertainty, doubt, matched with what?
So here's the main thing to write down if you guys want to write down. Everything is one of these three objections. It is the partner spouse, it is the financial, or it is uncertainty doubt. And people mask it underneath one of those. So
Okay.
what I mean by that is it is actually uncertainty doubt. That's the truth, but they don't want to tell you that. They don't want to tell you, yo, I don't fully believe this program. I don't fully believe in you. I don't fully... Instead, they blame it on something else.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of
Okay.
times it's financial where like a lot of times where it's like I don't fully believe you, I don't believe it's the thing to do. That's what they actually think, but what they're going to tell you is like, yo, I don't got the money. So it's an uncertainty doubt objection masked as a financial objection. Does that make sense? So it is masked, but all the objections are either one of these three. It can only be one of these three, right? So again, when you guys said like, oh, it's kind of half truth, like no, 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 it's straight up a lie, right? And this is the evidence. The evidence is like you out there talking to 50 other dudes. You ain't trying to be single, girl. That's not true. That's not true. If that was true, then I wouldn't see this message, right? So, anyways, now to wrap things up, guys.
He
I hope
didn't respond back to you, I'm guessing.
nope. Well, here's what I told him. So I'm not going to play the voice note for you guys because it is private, but I gave him an opportunity. There's a very unique opportunity. I typically don't make this opportunity available until the 3 month mark. All right. So some of you guys will hear it, some of you guys won't. Um,
Gotcha.
Make it to certain people. I gave this opportunity to certain people. Now, what I told him is like, hey man, like here's a deal. In 3 months' time, here's what I was going to do with you anyways. Here's what we were going to do. And I paid for him like, yo, you're going to be at your revenue number. Here's why you're going to be at your revenue number. I didn't plan on sharing it with you, but I'm sharing with you. The reason I'm sharing with you is because I can see you're having these conversations with people. And I think you're going to hurt yourself. So you can go out there, man. You can go try to hurt yourself, or you can just like trust me when I give you this thing that I wasn't planning on giving you anyways. Like I wasn't planning on revealing these cards yet. And that's it. And I told him, I said, hey, man, if you're not interested, you can ignore this. If you are interested, reply back. I haven't heard anything back yet. So again, man, this is, you know, Mac, when you said like you can trust me and this and that, I love you, Mac. I'm gonna say something. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I don't trust nobody. I don't give a fuck. I don't trust nobody. I don't give a fuck what you say.
but
I don't give a
but
fuck what you say.
hey, so I'm different though. I wasn't talking about everybody else though.
I don't care.
I wasn't talking about everybody else. I'm different. You
I
see,
don't
I'm here. Hey, I'm here. I'm right here.
just like that girl that tells me she's different. This is my first time. I don't trust you. I don't
Hey,
trust
bro, he's hot, Mac. You ain't no persuade him, bro.
Nah, see, what happened was I said some of the stuff I said is they're gonna make an emotional response. They're gonna do this. So when I said some of the things, and then now he showed at the end, I was just like, oh, I'm good. I'm in a good place now because I've already seen that from him. I can already all right, and then I'm in a good place for you pointing it out and being
I
transparent and showing us your mistake.
everything I do is I verify. I don't trust nobody.
Yeah, yeah.
I
You
don't
trying
trust.
to verify?
I verify everything.
Need the Carfax. Show me the
Yeah.
Carfax.
I think he verified me because Coach,
I
he
ver-
came out the gate. He came out the gate hard at me, like, bro, you working too hard. This ain't work, bro. And I was like, okay, I'm in. What I gotta do? You know what I'm saying? Um, But like you said, I think this guy was just super duper spoiled and
Yeah.
wanted something easy,
He
easy,
had
fast.
Yeah. I mean, he's a hard worker. This is the kind of guy that will be successful no matter what. Like straight up. I know he will be successful whether it's me or somebody else. He will always be successful. It's just he might go into some kind of a coaching program that kind of fucks him. And a lot of you guys that have been here, you guys have been through some coaching programs that fucked you guys. He just doesn't know because he hasn't, it's like he grew up like you have had this life of lavish and wonder and splendor. You haven't been scammed. You haven't been hurt. You haven't had your fucking guts like nothing bad has happened to you yet. And so you expect the fucking world. Okay, go out there and experience it now, and then he will see. Um, so so anyways, what happened after the call? I sensed something was off. I made the right move by sending the message. He messaged within a few. I've already gone over this. I knew he was lying. I went over the objection with you guys. Here's how you know what it actually is. Um, yeah. Okay. So now for like just kind of summarizing everything in terms of like giving you guys lessons. Okay. So I have told you guys over and over. I, you know, I what I do is this is from um it's from hundreds of sales calls. It's from hundred I'm sorry, it's from thousands of sales. So sorry. What I share with you guys is from thousands of sales, hundreds of calls, hundreds of hours of calls, hundreds of hours of onboarding, hundreds of hours coaching you guys. So there's a reason why I keep pushing you guys to get the rep in. Otherwise, you'll lose thousands of dollars literally today. So I'm sitting here bare chested showing you a failure of mine, being very transparent so you guys can see like I'm not fucking perfect. And when I tell you you'll miss out on thousands of dollars, I mean it. And you've seen it from me. Um, and you're always going to learn things. This is why Jalen and Ryan and Shirel and Mac, you're going to be at that place too. Take the fucking call. Do the damn rep because you're not going to know. I've done 100+ people here, and this is my first time experiencing this. I've never experienced this. I've never, but now I know. Now I know what to never say when somebody, says they're ready to pay. Now I know not to scare people away until what I've learned is that I got to get people. Here's what I've learned. I got to get people to build a six-figure 6 weeks. I got to get them to hop on some discovery calls, and then I can keep it real with them. That's what I've learned because they need to see the light at the end and be like, yo, this shit legit. It's working. Then I can give them a little bit of tough love. That's what I learned from this experience. But don't be tough with people leading up to that. That's what I've learned. And again, it took me 100+ people, hundreds of hours of coaching to learn this. So get the rep in, guys. When I tell you get the rep in, get the fucking rep in. The faster you get the rep in, the faster you'll stop. You'll not make a mistake like this. And then this is why I talk about the onboarding. The other thing I want to mention is that like the close to the first activation point is the handoff. Okay, this is so crucial. So here's what I mean by that. In football, Mac, you play football, right? Bro, like the moment you fucking call it, until that football lands in the fucking running back's hands or the fullback's, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. He has to grab that shit and hold on for dear life. So me handing it off is like him agreeing to pay. The running back getting the football would be analogous to somebody launching the 6 figure 6 weeks and having leads. It's not safe until then. The ball is not safe. Does that make sense, guys? Like it's not safe. So basically what I'm trying to get across to you is the moment you close the deal, you collect money, there's an activation point. There's a moment in which your clients see the light at the end of the tunnel. Everything has to be super smooth up until then. So that might be for you guys launching your first ads. That might be for them getting their first lead. That might be getting their first close. I don't know. Everybody's a little bit different once you niche down. And so don't scare people. Understand like it's not a done deal. The next thing I understand is that selling is never over. You got to sell people before they pay. You got to sell people right away after they pay. You got to sell people on continuing, right? So shout out, you literally just got that message from me a day ago, right? You're midway through, and I'm like, yo, here's why we have to continue. You got to sell people before the next payment. You got to sell people after the selling never stops. It never stops, right? So that's kind of the thing. Again, what did I do here? I stopped selling. I stopped selling. I started coaching instead of continue to sell.
There's three.
Okay, no practical lessons. You guys already know this. Collect as soon as you guys get the verbal yes. Don't pounce, be chill, but use right energy, right vibe that stays on brand. 2, treat questions after payments like objections during a sales call. So you guys may or may not know this, depending on the sales training. Whenever you get a question, okay, so somebody asks you a question like during the sales call, you answer the question vaguely, and then you ask question to get clarity, and then you answer them in the right response. So for example, hey, should I charge $1,500? This is on the sales call. $1,500 something you can certainly charge. So you give a vague answer, but it depends. What makes you ask? You get clarity. Like, where does this question come from? Then I can give you more practice. They respond. And then you tell them what you know that they want to hear. It's a three-step process. If you guys want to write that down, it's super important. You guys remember that. They ask you a question. You answer vaguely, you get clarity, then you answer with the response that they need to hear. That's how you do it. It's a three-step process. Okay? So for some reason, my silly rabbit thought it was different if I collect money. It is not. Okay? It is not until, again, somebody hits the activation point, which for me is launching the six-figure 6 week, getting leads. So I have to keep it quote unquote vague. So my response should have been something like, hey, it depends, like for the niche, for example, but yeah, 1,500 is a solid number to charge. I don't need to get a whole bunch of clarity. I keep it clean like that. But to be honest, I could probably answer it this way too. So if you're ever unsure, when somebody gives you a question, you don't want to fuck it up. Answer vaguely, get clarity, then tell them what they want to hear. Okay. Third, this is huge. Have something in place for refunds and chargeback to ensure they are ensure they are exposed as soon as possible. So for me, you guys, what do? As soon as somebody purchases, they watch, they get onboarded, and in the onboarding, I go over the terms of service. Yo, here's how it works. And the reason I have that in place, and the reason I go over that so fast, is because people can have buyer's remorse. They can't get cold. They can't. And I always make the same joke. You guys have all heard it. Hey, if you want a refund or chargeback, www.tos.com, you have to prove our shit doesn't work. Good luck, proving it doesn't work, by the way. Ha ha ha. Everybody fucking cracks up all the fucking time. So I'm making light of it, but I am basically straight. And then the next thing I say is, so in other words, Max, Shiro, so on and so forth. If you tell me it's hard, if you tell me you can't sleep at night, if you got a pet llama you got to take care of, I don't give a fuck. Prove to me a product sucks, I'll give you a refund. I make a light of that. I joke about that as well. So same thing. That's my teaching lesson to you guys there as well. Have something in place. Again, be ethical. Like my shit does work. That's why I say it. If your shit doesn't fucking work, don't fucking do it. But if you get to a place where your shit really does work, put something in place, put a guardrail in place so that people don't back out because they get scared. Because people will get scared. It is inevitable. People do get scared. When they make a big financial decision, everybody's going to get scared a little bit. That's fine. And I suggest, again, another thing you might want to write down is do it in a way that's lighthearted like me. Do it in a way, like the way I do it, it's lighthearted, but it's also extremely cocky to the point where they're like, yo, yeah, of course it's going to fucking work. It puts people in a certain type of spirit. The next thing is the first 30 days need to be perfect, especially if you're trying to collect pay in fulls. This is super important once you guys niche down, but you guys can still try to apply this within the six-figure 6 weeks, is that first 30 days, I have done so many reps with you guys that I know exactly what I need to focus on. There is a reason, Shirel and Ryan, and there's a reason I say close the fucking deal. Why? Yeah, I want you to get the rep, and yeah, but also I want you to prove and to yourself and know like, yo, this shit does work. If you collect $200, $1,000, it's still the same shit. It's like, yo, I made money with this shit, right? It proves, it justifies it. So I know what I need to do within the first 30 days. And I'm not gonna give that away because some of you guys have not gone through your first 30 days yet. But it is a dance. It is rehearsed. It is not by, I'm not guessing. I know exactly what I want somebody to do within week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. I know exactly what the fuck I'm doing with you guys. Now, month 8, month 9, yeah, that's a little bit like wishy-washy. Like I'm not 100% sure. I have to kind of feel it out. But for the first 30 days, it is an orchestrated dance. And so same thing applies to you guys. Those first 30 days need to be fucking perfect. After you close the deal, the handoff, getting them onboarded needs to be perfect. Launching needs to be perfect. Those first 30 days need to be fucking pristine. Okay? And especially, and by the way, let me leave with a caveat. It does not need to be perfect if you don't give a fuck about collecting as much cash as possible. I will say that. If you care about collecting as much cash as possible, then it needs to be pristine. I have had 2 people, and you guys have seen the people in the coaching call. How many members? I've only had 2 people that have gone month to month with me. 2 out of 100 plus people, about 150 people. Everybody else has paid in full right from the get-go or within 30 days. Every single person. And the reason for that is the first 30 days. The experience is pristine. That's why. Okay. So those are kind of my the practical lessons that you guys can take away from this experience. I know that was a lot. Questions, comments, concerns, or just like verbal diarrhea, guys. I hope you guys had fun. Nobody brought popcorn, but I hope you guys had fun, laughing at my pain. Questions, concerns, thoughts? Mac, you got something? Jalen, you got something?
Give them another day.
Thank you for going over with us, man. I really
Appreciate it.
enjoyed that for real. A lot of learning experience. I knew there's going to be some nuggets in here that we can apply. And just to add to my calls and stuff, the mistakes, I know, okay, don't make these mistakes, 3,000, that's a lot of money, brother, for one mistake. I'm just being honest, for one sentence can mess up your whole.
It's not a $3,000 mistake. Here's why. Because there's month 4, 5, 6. There's month 6, 7,
The
8.
LTV
Stop
on
it.
him. Yeah, yeah.
That's a guy that would have been with me for 3 years easily. So it's not a $3,000 mistake. That is a
Yeah, it's really
mistake
what, yeah,
for tens of thousands of dollars. That's what that cost me.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know you was cussing when you got off the call. I just know you was, bro.
I wasn't cut. But no, I'm glad. So when I tell you guys, tens of thousands of dollars, you see it. You see it. Um, what else did you guys take away? Ryan, what are some things that maybe you took away or are you just kind of soaking it in?
Well, no, I think the process is great. First of all, it was a great. I love these types of things because I can sort of analytical mind, so I can sort of break things down and see the process and the roadmap of how you get to where you are and problem solve how you don't get in that spot again. But I thought that was a great example of something that you haven't experienced, obviously. Just if nothing else, to show us that we need to be on our P's and Q's, like on our toes all the time, because we're going to experience things all the time. We're going to be constantly learning, which is I love to do. I love to learn. I love to figure things out as we go. So yeah, I think that's great, man. I think it's a great learning experience. Unfortunately, at your expense, but I mean, it definitely helps us to kind of, like I said, plan for things like that, and not only that, but like open our minds to constantly be on the alert for things that may pop up and never get complacent about things.
Yeah, yeah. Big one is don't get complacent. Don't
Yeah.
get complacent. I was too complacent after the deal was closed. Um, Jalen, anything that you want to share that you took away?
Um, I think it was a solid training, or at least for us to go over because I'm about to jump into my first sales calls this week. Um, so definitely know about the payment thing. Which I mean, I probably was just gonna go ahead and say, here's the payment link anyway. But that's very valuable for me to know. So yeah. I mean, I think things happen for a reason, so he might not have been good with the bunch anyway, so
Yeah,
somebody else better's coming.
yeah, maybe it's an optimistic way to look at it.
Yeah.
Um, Shadow's cracking up. He's dying.
I'm definitely gonna have to watch this back. I just
Oh,
hopped in.
Hey, you got to, real, bro.
there's a lot,
Did it come down to one sentence? What am I hearing?
there's
Jeez.
the guys got to watch me fuck up a sales call. And so everybody's laughing at my expense. So
No,
I'm
it's because you funny, bro. Like your reactions is just funny, bro. And then you've been cussing at us the whole time. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I shouldn't be cussing. I'm cussing at the wrong people here. No, I'm not cussing at you. I'm just cussing. Um, but yeah, River, this is a good one, man. Especially because again, you're gonna be launching the funnel, right? And you're gonna be doing the same thing. So I think watching this coaching call back would be really good for you, actually.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll for sure do that.
But yeah, anybody else want to chime in, say anything before we kind of just transition the conversation, go back to our regular coaching call format? No? It was good? Okay. All right. Let's see here. So where are we at? So Cheryl, let's pick it back up, bro. Where do you want to take the conversation?
Yeah. So I got a couple things. So for We're gonna talk about both. So I'm gonna talk about the loctician first, then I'll go into the oil guy that I'll talk to today. Let you know everything about him. I see you didn't get to listen to it or anything, so I just give you everything. Nothing too crazy. But for the young lady, um, I was gonna talk to you about like the lead magnet and maybe think they work and stuff like that. Been doing some research on some people like beauty salons and that type of stuff, looking at their stuff and found some things like that. Um, the cost per lead wasn't really high, but I don't know, that was years ago. That the video that I watched. But so the lead magnet was so this is what she was gonna do. Is what we talked about is she's gonna do like a monthly reoccurring subscription. So all her value is gonna be in there. So basically, if you come to her, it's 130. I think that's what she went up to because she was charging super cheap. She's like 100, 115, something like that, for a
Before,
retwist.
really quick, bro. I don't mean to interrupt you, but in order to kind of navigate this conversation to to where I can help you,
Uh-huh.
in terms of offers. So really quick, I want to say something
Uh-huh.
because you keep saying this. Just so you know, just for you know, when you say the word lead magnet, there that means a very specific thing.
Uh-huh.
A lead magnet is all it is so whenever you go to like a page and you put your name, email, phone number in order to get something for free, that's a lead magnet.
Okay.
That makes sense. So a
I
lot of
got you.
times what will happen is like people will say, yo, if you click on this ad, I'll give you my ebook on this, or I'll give you my mini course for free, or I'll give you this, or I'll give you whatever. Like a lot of YouTubers will do. That's a lead magnet. So what we're talking about is a two different things, which is offer. An
Okay.
offer. Yeah, yeah. So my question is, what I want to know is, I think you're probably talking about the same thing. You're using offer and lead magnet interchange.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, instead of what she wants to do, because that's we can put that on the back burner for now. What my question is like, what have you found through research that are like proven offers? That's what I care. That's what I want to focus on right
Like $10 off. Like it wasn't really like a lot of stuff that I found.
now.
It wasn't really a lot of stuff that I found. And then things that I think I told you that I thought of was like when you get your lock retwist, you get a freestyle or um with the monthly thing, it was going to be free for 30 days. Um, is what, but it wasn't like super like a lot of offers and stuff like that that I seen.
I mean, so like which one? So I'm gonna do a little bit of funnel hacker right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try to find out how to spell loctician. Um, LOCT. How do you spell it?
ICIAN.
Just a side note, since I have locks, my loctician does this. It's like a rewards type of thing. It's like you give a, I don't know if you can do it like through the phone if you want. This is an idea, but she has it where if you get like four like retwists, like you pay for four retwists and she like stamps it out, then the four total gets like maybe like 50% off or like
Yeah,
the
that's
what
what
you
we had.
said.
That's what we had in the monthly thing. I was telling Coach Sheet. That's what that was included in all of
I
that.
like I like that if that's working well, Mac. Again, I
Yeah.
don't know how well that's working. I remember stuff like that with graders where they would punch your card and they get like a free ice cream. I like the sound of that for once somebody becomes a customer. But in order to
Yeah.
get them in to be a customer,
Oh,
So don't use that to
that's
for
not
the
that's nobody like what's gonna get somebody. So when somebody clicks on an ad and goes in, um I don't know. Maybe that's good. I don't know actually. But to me, that sounds like a really good one in order to like keep somebody to continue to use it because their incentive is like, oh, I used one. Oh, I just have to get it done three more times. I get a free thing. Okay, bet.
Yeah. So let me
Versus,
pull up this too. Let's
yeah,
see.
you're right on that because I when I became a customer, she was like, "Oh, here,
yeah,
this is." So yeah, so that's what she did technically. So like I've been going for a long time. I go to her all the time. I don't even I forgot to even use it. Like I'll be like
Hmm.
I could have got it like 4 or 5 times, but
this is the one that you're talking about, Shara. Is this the one that you saw?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
So what this tells me is so May 25, May June, July, August. Okay, bro, like there's something here. Why is this? Why is this? Why is there something here?
Because it's the how long they've been running it.
Yep. So, bro, I know it sounds wild, but this shit is making some of my money. This is making some of my money. Book now, retwist repair, full head twist, $100, half style, ask for. And so the thing is, what I don't know is I don't know if this is it almost seems like a traffic ad. I don't know for sure. Like it,
Yeah, and that's what I was going to ask about too. Like, how should it be an instant form? Should it be?
I don't know like right now because again, when you click on this Instagram, so this looks like a traffic ad for products. Because okay, my guess is that if I click here, it takes me to her Instagram, and then what's happening is people are coming here, they're seeing some stuff, and then they're clicking the link in our bio and they're booking, or they're calling her strip. That's kind of what my guess is. Um, so that's what I'm guessing is going with that one. Um, do the best care, get them clean, crisp. Now booking. So this is the same thing, bro. So this is a follower ad. And these are so simple to set up, bro. It's almost like hitting the boost button. Back in the day, they didn't work. Now it actually does work. Um, yeah, so this person, see how they have like 5,000 followers. Um, a lot of them are probably coming from ads. Let's see what else we got. Still searching for a loctician that works around your schedule. This one is gonna be, so this one is grayed out. This tells me that this is either a DM or a PM ad.
Mhm.
So right now, I think we have follower ads, and then we have DM/PM ads. Still searching for location that works for. Well, let's see. This was ran June 23rd, June, July, August. So this is probably printing money. Whether you're getting off at night, working long hours. I mean, yeah, bro. Like it's really about you just gotta test and see which one works. That's all it is. So do you want to the thing with when it comes to this type of ad, Jalen knows all too well about this stuff and she does not like this stuff. But basically what happens, they see the ad, they click here, they come in here, they give you a follow, and then your job as the owner of the business is you got to message them as soon as possible. And then there's like a script in order to get them to book in. That's what the follower funnel is. And then there's the DM ads, this one. So basically say in a message, and then from there, your job is to have a conversation with them and then get them to show up to the establishment. So that's what this ad looks, that's what this is. The best way to black man style.
There's one that said it's from 2022. If you scroll down one more, that one,
Which one?
right there. That's a long time.
That is a long Bay Area trial. Okay, so this is a completely different type of funnel. Thank you for booking. Please fill out this appointment. So 25 deposit required. So here's so Shirel, did you see this one by any chance or no?
No, I didn't see that.
So what I would do, bro, is I would come in and so first of all, 2 hour mark if you want to come back to this, bro, and then find them and
Okay.
funnel hack them. Click that, bro. I would I would run through all this. New pixel. Bro, they ain't even got a pixel, which is wild to me. Um, and I would go through this whole thing, get to the next page, see what happens, see what their process is to sell. I would learn that. Because they clearly have it dialed in. Um, so you kind of, bro, you just have to kind of like pick one and run with it. Now you can go in there and create enough content, or you can create enough content so that you can try this one and then you can try the other one.
She already has. The thing is, she already has a lot of content, so I know I can just. My main thing was, like I said too, the offer on what should we use, or should we just not use an offer and try it? Like,
You should just model is what I'm saying. Like
yeah,
model to a T. So like let's say you want to do this strategy, use this photo. Use this photo, click apply now, use a page that look just like this, go through the exact same sales process, like just do that.
yeah. Only thing is,
If
she don't do braids though. Them is braids.
yeah, if you don't do that, then
I'll
you
do
know
it all.
do this one and then click book and then do the follower funnel.
$10 off first time visit. Booking link in bio.
So what I would try to do with this one is, in order to funnel hack, you would just follow this person and then see what the hell they say, and see if they even follow up and reach out to you, or if they don't. My guess is that they may.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't, then shoot them a DM and then see what their sales process is. And then once you figure that out, well, then you give that over to your client. You teach that to your client.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to pick one of these. You just got to pick one and then roll with it. In my opinion, I'm not a huge fan of it's just like it's hard to get something like this to work sometimes. If you don't know how to do it, like I mean, like yeah,
Yeah.
it's like because they're gonna have, like, for example, how I give you training on the discovery call, I give you training on the sales call. It's like, can you provide that some level of training for them? And you're gonna be guessing, just straight up, you're gonna be guessing. Or this is gonna be a little bit easier because somebody sends them a message, they can kind of sort of figure it out, maybe. Um,
So are you saying for like do a little video that once they opt in, you can send them something that talks about locks and why it's important, something like that, or what do you?
for which one?
Hold on, my bad. I got a piece of hair in my freaking hand. Um,
I'm not
for the
saying to do
one.
anything. I'm not saying to do anything, come up with that. I'm saying to model. I'm saying
Okay.
copy and paste. So step one is you find out what they're doing. One is you find out what they're doing. You find out what they're doing. You go through the whole damn sales process. You got to go.
Okay.
Okay. Step
Okay.
two is then be like, all right, bet. I think I'm going to do this one for them because I think this would be easy enough. I think this makes sense. Okay. Then
Mm-hmm.
you just model that and you just tell them, yo, here's a playbook. Here's what's going to happen. Here's how you handle it. Because you got to go through the trap. You go through the trap and then you learn what the trap is and then you teach it to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they do the same thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's what it is. You don't got
Okay.
to come up with videos and this idea. Like, no, do not do that. Don't come up with anything because what you come up with may not be correct. But
Mm-hmm.
what I'm trying to get at is because they've been running ads for so long, they have figured something out. So go through their trap to figure out what they're doing and then use your best guess judgment to give that playbook to your client.
Okay. Got you. So I guess I don't need to know about. All right. So these other questions are just
So for example, let's say you do this playbook, well, then you're going to do a $10 off offer. Let's say you do this playbook, well, it looks like they don't even have an offer. Right? They just have this. If you do this one, they don't even have an offer. So you just got to figure out which one of those you want to rock with.
mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Nice thing. So okay, cool. I'm just curious. I'm just poking around, but you understand the premise. That's why I'm
Yeah,
going.
yeah, I
So,
understand. Let me
so
let
what
me
so
know.
what you got to do is this. Here's what I'm looking for from you. What I'm looking for from you, Shirel, is for you to do the legwork of funnel hacking and going through somebody's trap. And you got
Okay.
to make notes. You got to be very, again, just like, you got to be very careful, like, look, keeping your eyes open, peel and be like, okay, what the hell are they doing? And write it maybe on a Google Doc. And then, think to yourself, like, okay, here's the one I think makes the most sense. And then you present it to me and be like, hey, Kushi, here's the one I'm thinking about rocking with. Here's how it all works. Here's what the sales process was. Here's the price point. Da, da, da. I like this one. Here's why I like this one. Here are the other two that I don't like. And here's why I don't like them. What do you think? Which one should I rock with? And how would I go about implementing? Do you have any tips? That's what I'm looking for from you. Does that make sense?
Okay. Let's see.
So the goal is not to come up with anything. The
The
goal
goal
is
is to mimic, just copy
the goal
paste.
is to be a clever spy. That is
Got you.
you become a clever spy and then you teach it to your client.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look at some more stuff like that. Okay, that's cool.
All right.
Um, yeah, that's it for her then.
Okay.
Um,
Ryan, Jalen, I hope you guys are paying attention to this part. All right. So, Ryan, you're there. You're on the verge of, for you, I mean, the thing is, you don't have to do this as much because guess what? Uh, uh, Aman is the one did it for you. Aman came in, whatever I'm sharing with you, Aman came in and he actually found somebody. He went through their whole process, and that's basically what he's given to. He gave it to Righteous, and then Righteous, again, I don't know who you're gonna have a conversation with. Righteous use, so both Aman and Righteous use that for their clients. right? So you won't have to. But Jalen, I hope this is making sense. Is this making sense? This is how you get people results. Remember, I was talking about that. I was telling you like, yeah, you never come up with anything. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to model. You're supposed to do that. And then once you have figured it out, once you've done a few reps, then you can innovate and come up with some shit. But that's not for a while. This is the process.
But
So,
you,
and go ahead,
sorry.
Jalen, my bad.
I was just saying, like with this example, where you saw a couple of different options, would there ever be a test phase where it's like, okay, I'll spend, let's say, 15 with this one and 15 with this other way of doing it, like the follower ad or um let's say a direct message, type ad or something. Would that ever be a thing or just pick one?
It's way too hard to try to do three. Think about your experience. Imagine if you were launching the follower funnel and doing my funnel at the same time. You gonna die. You won't die. There's no way you can run all. You would be overwhelmed, right? There's so much material for just making mine work, right? So,
Okay.
you have to kind of. This is why I'm telling Shirel, like, yo, use your best discernment to figure out which one you think you want to run with. And then try that. And then if that doesn't work, then you can try a different one and kind of pivot. Kind of remember how you experienced whatever you experienced with that program. They had you do the follower funnel, that didn't work, and then they went to instant form. That's what they were doing. It's just straight up. They tried something with you,
Yeah,
work, and they pivoted to something else.
got
Um,
it.
the difference between them and what you're doing is you're actually doing market research and figuring something out instead of giving it to somebody with blind faith, right?
Mhm.
You're actually doing the research first. Good question. Sharo, sorry about that, bro. I
No,
wanted to
no,
get that lesson over to everybody first.
no. You good, you good. What would you say is a good date? Like from May, at least May 2026, or like what would you say like good at
The
to look
only
at?
thing, the only thing I'm concerned about is whenever I see somebody that launches something within like the last month. So if somebody had launched something in like, you know, June, then it's like it's not that it's bad. I'm sorry, July. If somebody has launched something in July, it's not that it's bad. Like it doesn't mean that this is bad, but like, 2, 3 months out is like, okay, I'm starting to feel more comfortable. Um, But the thing is, and again, now I'm going to talk to you like I talked to Cody. If somebody's running ads for 3, 4 months, it's also possible that they're a silly rabbit and they're not making a whole lot of money and they're only spending like $2, $3, $5 a day. And so you don't know because
Yeah,
you don't know how much money this person spent right here. This person right here, I'm a little bit surprised because they only got 1,344 followers and they've been running this since May, June, July, August. If somebody is spending a reasonable amount, it costs like $5, like $3 to get a lead. So if this person was spending a good amount, I feel like their follower count should be around 5,000 at least.
yeah. That's how much it would seem like to get a lead as far as like tissue. It was like $2 or $3. But
Mm,
like I said, I didn't know how accurate it was because it was a video like some couple years ago, like 2 years ago. So I didn't know.
yeah.
Um, but that's cool then. Okay, I'll do that, and now I know that as well. Um, my next thing is the old guy.
Mhm.
So just a little bit about him. It's kind of crazy because he's the only one in the city, probably in the state, that runs the mobile oil business.
Hmm.
He said, according to him, he said that it's like 22, 12 to 12, 20, don't quote me, in the nation that does it. Um, he said that, people has tried to buy his model and it's how like basically he has a good model. He's like I don't know anything about marketing. He said I done tried it, which I told you. I think I told you. He said he didn't try people, and people took advantage of him to know what they was doing. I told him literally his problem. Like, okay, that's what they did. That's what they went wrong at. He was running. I think Google. They was doing Google for one of them. So I don't know. Correct me. But he was saying that the agency was just giving him a spreadsheet saying to call these people right here. And he would call the people, and they'll be like, "Hey, we just seen your ad. We didn't need an oil change right now." Like, so he was getting leads based off of who viewed it. I guess it put their information. I don't know. I'm just going off what he told me. Um, but he's making over $10,000 a month.
Hold on before you continue. Um, so Real quick, just so you know, bro, whenever you want to diagnose a problem, and maybe this is important for you to do, is just like go back to the 7 9 figure machine and really study that video, just in case.
Hmm.
Like, for example, if somebody is saying, okay, somebody is saying, for example, okay, I'm getting a list. What does that mean? That means awareness has been figured out. So they're running some kind of ads. Leads has been figured out. And so when you say, like, oh, I don't know they're viewing, that shows me you don't have 100% clarity on what's going on here. Because if somebody has an Excel sheet, remember there's awareness. That's step one. Step two is getting leads, name, email, phone number. That means that they have name, email, phone number. Step three is nurturing. So using the right script in order to nurture somebody. And then step four is sales. So his issue is nurture.
Yeah, I told him that.
And so in terms of nurture, though, then the question becomes, well, your issue is nurture, but how are you going to be good at nurturing if you don't even know what the fuck the ad is and what the offer is? So yeah, you have an issue with having conversation, but like your issue is you didn't really like what was the ad, what was the offer, all that stuff. And now all of a sudden it's like his issue is here, but the issue is here because he doesn't know what the fuck is going on here and here.
Yeah. He was saying, like I said, he was saying from what he told me, he was saying that they was
And
running.
here's why I'm going over this with you, Cheryl. If you don't if you don't know, bro, he ain't gonna know.
Yeah.
Like for example, with Jalen, she had issues with a previous coaches and her funnel, and I had to like break down like, yo, why here's why that shit was broken, and I gave her some clarity, and she was like, aha. If you don't do that, bro, he's not gonna buy from you. He's
Yeah.
gonna continue to do the partner share, profit share deal until you give him clarity, and that means maybe diving a little deeper, like figuring out the ads, going in, getting access to the ad account, or keep probing until he tells you, like, yeah, here's what I think it is, most likely. If you don't do that with him, he's gonna do
Yeah.
the
Well, I went in like I'm giving an overview. I went into detail on the call. Like I was like, okay, what do you think? Yeah, I went into all of that. I'm just giving an overview, but like when I talked to him, it was like, remember I told you with the one dude that I didn't think was gonna show up and that, he ended up not showing up, which I kind of gained off the energy. But this dude is like, no, I know he's serious. Like I could tell. The questions and stuff that I asked, and he went into detail and was really like, hey man, this was going on, blah blah blah. But when he told me that that he ran Google, they did Google, and basically the guys, like I said, just handed him a spreadsheet of leads. So because he said that he couldn't connect it his domain to where he can receive the leads to his phone. So they was giving him a spreadsheet with leads, and the leads um wasn't nurtured or
Have
anything
a
like that.
coaching call
Um,
for my learning apps.
the leads,
Mhm.
the leads wasn't nurtured or anything. It was just the leads got on there. If they viewed it, the lead got put on. It got, I guess, put on there. I don't know. I don't know Google ads, so I don't
Google.
know how that works.
So they would have to opt into something, or else they're
Okay.
collect the name, email, phone number. Right? There's no,
Yeah.
but basically they opt into something. They
Yeah.
either it was a Google ad or Google local service ad. So they did something. It's just like if somebody's saying to you, like a lot of times if you do an instant format, for example, sometimes people what happens is the intent is so low that somebody opts into your shit, you have a conversation, hey, I saw you today, you clicked on, they're like, I don't remember clicking on nothing. It's because the traffic quality is so poor. Like
Hmm.
it's known for that. So that's why this is so important to know is like what kind of Google ad is it? Is it Google ad? Is it Google local service ad? Like what exactly happened? So that when he had a conversation with them, they said, oh yeah, I mean, we're looking, but we're not interested. Maybe it's kind of like the instant form where they opt into something, but it's just, I don't know, like there's something, or maybe he didn't call them fast enough.
Hmm.
So by the time he did call them, they forgot about it. So there's some multiple issues that it could be.
Yeah. Well, when I asked him like the questions, he like I said, he said that, but he went into he's like, bro, like I literally don't know anything about marketing. Like, that's why I'm talking to you on the phone now. You know what I'm saying? He said, because I know that we need it. He's like, he's like, I focus more on my business, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. He's like, I need somebody in my business like that knows what they're doing. And that's when I told you, like, he was like, these guys charge this much or whatever. And, I think he said 15,000. Um, and he was like, it wasn't working, it wasn't working or whatever. I don't know because he don't know anything. So, but yeah, like I said, that's what he's making. His goal is to get, um, to 15,000 at least. He's like, I just want to see, something. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, he does his LTV for a customer, like for a year, is bare minimum 240. He said it can be more, but usually people get like 4 oil changes a year. And his basic package is 60, and that's for the basic. And then you got synthetic and all of that stuff. But um, his thing is we change your oil, not your schedule. So wherever you're at, there meet you at to change your oil. He's done work with FedEx, UPS, Hertz.
I wonder if an offer for him. So here's the deal, bro. I don't think ads are gonna be. So again, remember we talked about the magic number you need to hit, right?
hmm
So I mean, what were you thinking about charging him?
Um, 700 a month or one time payment 18.
I don't think he's gonna make it to like he might make it to 2 months. I don't know. The thing is, like, let's say it's just I don't know how much I don't know if there's enough profit for it. If unless he's upselling other things. Like let's say he gets
He
in
has upsells.
what
Um,
there's some of the
he
things that
has air filter, rotation, windshield wiper, stuff like that. He does her upsells. 40,
like
each of them is 40, I believe.
$dollars.
Yeah, 40.
Oh, there's enough profit, bro. Like I know some people where they would do like a free oil change, but then they would do like some shit that costs like, $500 or something, some kind of tire rotation or like ceramic coating or something, and then it's like the
Mhm.
number.
Yeah.
For your case, I don't know that the numbers are number. And so if I'm keeping it real with you, it's like if you try to sell him for 750, you might get him for 750, but then by month two, he might churn,
hmm
right? Because he's not seeing enough profit. Uh,
hmm
Another option, and again, I don't have the cheat code for you because I haven't like I don't have a script for this, but something
Right.
along, hey man, here's what we can do. I know that you need your marketing. I'm not going to try to charge you 15 grand, but what I can do is I can teach you how to set up your own marketing. I can teach you so that you're not relying on me or anyone else. We have a step-by-step course, and I don't give a fuck. You can sell my course. You keep all the money. I don't care. But something along the lines of like selling him a course and like being hands-on, like, hey, here's what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you all the training. I'm gonna hold your hand and in terms of helping you set up your own ads. This way you're never in the dark. You know exactly where every lead is coming from. Here's a pipeline. I'll show you an example. Here's my business. Da 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 da. So you're selling him on paying you $1,000 for a course. Does that make
hmm
sense?
Yeah.
Education. Now again, we talked about the number, and now you have an easy way. You get somebody in. You're not stressed about because you're not stressed about like, yo, I gotta make sure I keep get this guy's amazing, get this guy amazing results because I gotta keep him for 2, 3 months.
hmm
It's like, yo, you just make that $1,000 real quick,
Right.
and you kind of like coach him a little bit, and then he might be profitable enough for himself, but he's not gonna be right now. He's not profitable enough to pay you and for the ads and his.
hmm
'Cause the thing is with let's say somebody spends $400 with him, right? The thing is with the cost of oil and everything, the cost of oil, the cost of the windshield and everything like that. Um, Maybe that's like 250. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
So he's not really. Yeah.
So if you just do the math, I mean, let's do the math here. I did this with I think this helped Ryan. So I'll just kind of show you the premise of it. Um, so it's like the product is like $70 minus shipping minus it. And so what we did is we figured out the profit per unit. So it's like she wants to charge $70 and then $10 for shipping, $40 for ad spend, 30 cents for the cost of goods. So we're looking at $17 and $19.70. So if she wants to make 6K profit and pay you 1,000 of that, she needs to make 304 sales a month. So she would need to spend 12,186 on ads in order to make 6K and then pay him Ryan is 1K, leaving her with 5K. So the question becomes, can she even sell this? Can she even produce this many? And
Yeah.
so so if you want to come back to this coaching call, you can kind of sort of do this exercise yourself. And so it's like, let's say, uh, I mean,
He did say that he got his oil for a good price. I guess he know people because of business and like wholesale. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But um, what? But he was telling me he's like, bro, like. He's like, I literally, he was like, this is his words. He's like, I got to figure it out. I just need somebody to help push me out there. He's like, everything we've been doing has been word of mouth. And that's when I told you he named the big brands that he works with.
He's making 15K or I'm sorry, 10K.
Yeah, he said last year he made over 126,000.
So what is his profit though? That's my question.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I don't know what his profit is.
Because he could be making 120 G's and his
But
profit.
only taking home, yeah.
Yeah. So let's say,
Yeah.
for example, let's just say an average person is let's say an average person is $250 is that's what they're worth. Is that what you said?
200, yeah, about 240, 250.
Okay. So the cost per acquisition, let's just say is $70. 250 minus $70. Uh 250 minus $70 cost per acquisition minus cost of goods is I don't know, bro. Let's say another like let's just say 30 to be safe. So we're looking at 150. Um what kind of business is it?
Or so I can give you the website. This thing is All Express. Um, type in Kentucky if you need to. No, it's more than that. My bad. Hold on. Oil Change Express. Sorry, Oil Change Express.
So let's do let's come in here and then let's do I want to start a oil changing business. How much uh um so average customer spends 250 with them and that's
The
for
average customer, yeah, that's the for a year. So his basic package to come get an oil change is 60. They do it for 60.
I'm trying to sell is 60 for an oil change. What is my cost of goods? So, I mean, I guess we can say 30 bucks. So basically 250 minus 30 times 4. That's basically that's basically 120. Minus $70 cost per acquisition. So 250 minus 120 minus 70. So he's gonna make about $60 profit for each person. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh. In order to in order to pay you $1,000, that's $1,000 divided by 60. Um, so he's gonna need to sell 16 people, 16.66 people to make 1,000 a profit. If he The reality is that he probably wants he's at 10K, you got to make him 6K. So 16.6 times 6 equals you gotta get him 100 sales a month equals 6K profit. That's how the numbers work.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense, bro?
Mm-hmm.
So my math could be off, but like hopefully you understand the premise what I'm trying to do. Basically, you kind of you figure out the product and then you figure out what the costs are and then you figure out the ad spend. So again, product. So this is how much they're making. This is the revenue minus the cost of goods, cost of fulfillment, minus the cost of ads. That's how much they're making a profit per customer, right? So $60
Mm-hmm.
per customer. I need and if I want $6,000 worth of profit, so 60 times 100, so I need to sell 100 people a month to make 6K profit. I don't know if this guy can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Design 100 customers, bro, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And then and on top of that, 100 times $70, bro. 100 times 70, that's $7,000.
1,000. Yeah, 7,000.
That's 7K ad spend. Again, my numbers could be off. So we know that this number is sure. The 120, that's a guesstimate based off of ChatGPT. This I don't know. This I could be undershooting, I could be overshooting. This again is another I think we can ask
Yeah.
how much
And I was
is
looking at Jiffy Lube's ads and stuff. See what they.
our one customer? Answer for local. The cardboard, but though it can range from $5. See, it's giving me such a broad range. So excellent campaign. Bro, I don't believe this for bro. You don't get no acquisition for $5. Average 30 to 50. I think that's reasonable. Poor campaign 50. So, you know, I click through rate 2% landing page. Appointment show up. Ain't no way showing up 90%. That's for get the fuck out of here. I don't even try. No, ChatGPT, you fired.
Yeah, like I said, he was talking about, like I said, he was talking about his model because it is mobile and basically you're catering to people, so convenience, ease, fast is what I was
You
looking
know,
at.
bro. All that matters is can he all that matters is he so for him,
Hmm.
a lot of businesses, and this is important, Ryan, Jalen, everybody, a lot of businesses, the reason it's broken is one reason. LTV is not high enough.
Yeah,
The numbers just don't number. It all boils, Ryan, you've seen that so many times. Like it's just the numbers are not numbering because people are not making enough. And you either got to make on the front end or you got to make on the back end. You on the front end is usually because your product service offer is so damn good, your sales process is so good, your marketing is so good that people are like, yeah, I'll pay a premium for that. If they don't, you got to figure it out on the back end.
yeah,
Right. And
yeah.
so for somebody like him, let's say he gets people in for oil, does he have some shit he can charge $500 for?
Right.
If he has some for 500, now the number's number all of a sudden,
Yeah.
but he doesn't.
So he needs that. You saying that? Hey, he needs to have something on the back end or the front end to where the numbers can number and it actually makes sense, something valuable that he can,
On the back end. So I was saying
back
what
end.
I was saying is in general. So basically what I'm saying is that like I was kind of explaining is like the better your marketing is, the
Hmm.
worse your sales can be. The worse your marketing is, the better you have to be at sales. So what I mean by that is marketing is everything that happens before they have a human interaction. Sales is when the human interaction starts. The discovery call, the sales call, the DMs. So I'm saying
Hmm.
if there's somebody's marketing, like Hormozy's marketing, right? YouTube, his marketing is so world class, he didn't gotta even sell you. Versus somebody like this business, the marketing is gonna be shit because it's just gonna be an instant format. There's not a lot of stuff. They don't have a lot of social proof. That means you gotta be good as fuck at selling if you want somebody to pay a premium price instead of like $40, why on earth would somebody pay $400 for an oil change? Why? His sales has to be extravagant, like something, right? So the front end, so yeah. So that's what I was trying to explain is like either you got to be so good at that on the front end where you can charge people a premium, or you got to be good on the back end. Most businesses, you just got to be good on the back end because people are not going to pay a large amount of money on the front end because they don't trust the business yet. So you got to be good on the back end. So he has to get people in for 40 bucks, 50 bucks, whatever the hell they're selling, and then he has to have like a $500 thing to sell in order to make the numbers number. Like as soon as they hop in, like for example, Mac was talking about the thing that the girl does. She hands out like a ticket or whatever, and you get four, and then you get one off, one free. So you have to have something in place in order to convert them and get them to pay 500 bucks, something like that. And so I'm not seeing that. So
Right.
you do a little bit more research and confirm that on your end. But what I'm saying is if I'm considering you and like selfishly you, what makes sense for you to take this guy is like, okay, sell him something else. Either, I mean, you can't sell him necessarily like you can't sell him like a website because he's already got a website. He doesn't have a Facebook pixel. Um, So it's like, hey man, you need Mark. Like, what can you give him worth $1,000? He's already got a website. Maybe he's willing to pay for like a chat widget, an AI widget or something that like there are some people that do that. They will put a fucking widget here that will work all your leads, have conversation. Like, I'm not saying that that's maybe the best use of your time to learn right now, but I'm just trying to like say like here's how I would think of it. If I was you and I was considering the revenue goal that you need to hit, like what you need to be doing that's where my mind is like, okay, chat widget, sell him on that. That is something that could be beneficial to him. Or do I sell him on, hey, I'll just teach you, I'll give you this program and I'll just walk you through how to set up your own ad so you're not relying on me. He pays $1,000. And so it'll make sense for him down the road. Right now, it's not gonna, yeah. So that's kind of where I'm getting
Yeah.
at.
Okay. So, I guess tomorrow on the call, um,
Try to figure out the profit margin, bro. Like, how about try to like if you can, I don't know what time is your call tomorrow?
10 a.m.
I don't know if I'm gonna be available at 10 a.m.,
Nah,
bro.
you gonna be asleep, bro.
I'm gonna be sleeping probably. But
Uh,
if you could, what I was gonna say is that yeah, I might not be. I'm actually up. I'm usually awake by like 8 to 10. But if I see it in time, if you want to be like, yo, bro, here's the what I want to figure out is the profit margin, right? So
mhm.
if you tell me like, hey man, here's how much the average person is worth. Like here, like yo, whenever I make a sale, I charge $50, and then the average person spends this amount with me, and then here's how much of
You want
that
me
is.
to text them?
Yeah, you can do that.
I
You
can
can
text him.
try to figure that out actually. Like try to figure
Find out
out
what
that.
is his profit margin. Hey, we getting everything ready for you tomorrow. Quick question: what's your profit margin when
What's
it
your
comes to?
prop? What? Yeah, like you can look at like for example, yo, over last year when you did the 120K, what I'm trying to figure out is how profitable the ads are going to be for you. Of that, how much? What was your profit? And then in terms of your expenses, can you break that down in terms of cost of goods and then cost of fulfillment in case he has
Okay,
people working for him? Um,
I
and
think he do
then
because he has 3 trucks because they hit. So the way he has it set up to where because Louisville he has it set up to north, east, south, west. Every truck has a specific location where they stay. That way they're not running across the city, you know,
mm,
to do that. So he has 4 trucks set up with every location. That way they can hit them, and it's not one truck is trying to run all over north, south, east, west. He has it set up to that way. Um, but let me text him real quick.
yeah, um, yeah, try to get that over to me, and then I might change my tune. I'm just based off of what you're telling me. Here's
Yeah.
what I will tell you,
Well,
bro.
it's based off what I know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Based
so
off of what you know is what you're telling me, and based off of what I'm hearing is what I'm telling you. Now,
yeah.
here's the thing that does raise a red flag or a green flag, if you will. I don't know a lot of people that can afford 4 trucks that are not profitable. Like
Hmm.
the fact that he has 4 trucks, that's like, yo, he's doing something right. Like if you tell him,
It's kind of crazy. So, not trying to cut you off, Coach Sheik. It's kind of like I don't know what to believe or what to because I don't know the guy. So but he was saying like, hey, people's offered me money to get my business model. Like, how am I doing this? As
yeah.
far as the mobile oil business, he said because there's some out there, but he said he talked about people he had talks with and people he's
Here-
worked with.
Here's another option. Another option is you sell him the agency model. Again, I'm kind of playing it by ear with you.
Hmm.
Is is it 10K revenue that he's making or 10K profit that he's making?
Bro. You can, I don't know, bro. I don't
Because
know.
that's a big
I asked
difference.
him what his monthly revenue was, and he told me what he made last year. But I told you it was 126,000.
Because like
But
that, because
I'm gonna ask him and see, like, okay, is that after expenses and everything like that?
yeah, because like the fact that he has 4 trucks, that's not normal. Like that's a good sign. Somebody that has 4 trucks is doing well. So I wonder if he's making 10K profit himself, and then really the business is doing 40K a month in revenue. I don't know. That is like,
Hmm.
okay, there's some more information, there's something else to dig up. So here's what I'm getting at. Try to get as much information as you can. Um, I guess what I'm interested in is okay, what was the total revenue last year? What is the profit? In terms of the expenses, what is the cost of goods, cost of fulfillment?
I'm
In
gonna write
ter
this down.
in
Mm.
terms of
Total revenue. You said expenses.
yeah, expenses, and then break the expenses down in terms of cost of goods, cost of fulfillment, and then you know how many how much how much revenue are they currently doing a month on average?
Okay.
And then how many customers is that?
Okay.
Um, in terms, I don't know what to tell you in terms of ad stuff other than like you gotta probe more, hop onto the car or something because like I need to know what happened with those ads, why they didn't work. Um, has he tried, I guess, like, has he tried Facebook ads? Do you know? He has not?
No, he hasn't. He said that
He hasn't, or
he
you,
don't even know what the people have. He told me only thing he told me was Google because when I went through and explained to him because he said he's done did Boost. All right. And I explained to him the difference. And he was like, oh, okay, wow, yeah, I didn't know. Ooh, I said, this is what Meta asked us, this is why we use it, target, I went through all of that. He was like, yeah, that's what I need. He was like, that's what I need. He's like, we didn't did Google. That's what he said. We did Google, but I don't know a lot about Google ads, you know what I'm saying? Um, but he said that's what he did. And he told me, he said, I will call them and, which I don't know. Hey, was you calling them immediately? Was you waiting to call? I don't know that stuff.
I would ask those questions like, hey, going back to the other agency, another thing is, how much did you pay? I think you figured that out. How long were you with them? How many leads do they give you? And you have to, if you come back on the coaching call, bro, you can just rewatch this part. Um, so it's like, how long were you agency? How much did you pay him? What type of ad was it? Was it a Google ad or Google local search? You might not know that one. Um, how many leads did they give you? What was your process? Like, did you call them right away? Did you wait? Did you have a script in place? Um, um,
And I can see his Instagram too if you want to see that too.
uh, if you want to put in the chat, I don't know how much that's going to help me. Um, And so I guess what I'm getting at is try to get that information and let me know, and I might change my opinion. But
Yeah.
one
I
play that you
mean,
make,
so
you
push come
can.
to shove. What did you guys say? Sorry.
So what I was gonna say is that because maybe I'm wrong here, is what I'm getting at. I don't want you to like not sell him, being like, oh, there's no opportunity because maybe there is because I do like the fact that he has 4 trucks. I will say like a lot of what I'm hearing doesn't sound good, but the fact that he has 4 trucks that kind of trumps everything. It's kind of like I can't think of a good example right now, but like let's just say this was a good example. Somebody's wearing a certain t-shirt, this, that, they don't look good, blah, blah, blah. They look broke, but they got a Lamborghini that's fully paid off. So
Yeah, yeah,
everything is saying
okay.
you're broke, but you got a fully paid off Lamborghini. Like it does not adding up. So it's like have somebody having 4 trucks, there's profit there like that, there's something good going on there. So I don't know if I believe him saying, yeah, he wants to, other people want to learn his business model, but now I'm kind of sort of believing it if what that's true. And if he's got 4 trucks and he's done it through word of mouth and no ads, there's something good going on there. I
Hmm.
think. So that's why, so here's what I'm trying to get at is like, if that is true, if I don't get back to you, if my opinion doesn't change, one thing you can do is you could sell him on a retainer, and then basically we get him in, and then you have like some kind of a guarantee or something that you bring up on onboarding. We're like, hey man, if you don't get results with this, I'm not gonna charge you another dime. And here's what I'm getting at. Sorry. Get him in for the agency so that you don't like not make the money in case he stays with you for months. Worst case scenario, you pivot it over and you give him access to a course and you go more into teaching mode so that he doesn't have to continue to pay you. So let's say, for example, he pays you $1,000 and then let's say he's not profitable, then maybe we somehow pivot that and just be like, hey man, just like pay for this course and then I'll let you do it yourself so that you don't have to worry about paying me. You can reap off the profits or something like that. That's what I'm kind of getting at. I think that might be the move.
Okay. So get them in first, close them tomorrow. And then after that, we'll talk about it. If we don't able to get them results, something like that, we can just sell them the course. Hey, you know.
We can try pivot. Yeah. It's just bro, like what I can tell you is like without information, like I can't give you too much, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm kind of in the dark. Like I need this information for me to tell you confidently what to do. So
Right, right. And
like
I feel like it's
if I told you the unethical thing to do, like the unethical thing to do, bro, just sell them for 1,500 bucks a month. That's the that's just the straight up like if I'm just trying to make you money, yo, sell them a 3,000 off for $1,500 a month and we'll figure it out. If he churns, he churns. Like that's me giving you the straight up. I'm trying to make you money and I don't really give a fuck who gets hurt or survives or whatever. That's me giving you that answer.
hmm
Get him in, sell him for $1,500 a month. Let's give him a painful option, $3,000. Now, is he going to churn? Is he going to ask you for a refund? I don't know. That's why I'm being a little bit careful with you. You know what I mean? But if I'm giving you the hustle answer, that's the hustle answer.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody like that, like based off of if the fact that he's at 10K, the fact that he believes he needs marketing, the based off of that, he is somebody that if you do your job, he will pay you $1,500 a month. He will. He
Mm-hmm.
will pay you a 3K pay in full. He will. Sounds to me like you can do it if you want to. So the question becomes like, do you want to take that approach and do that and then deal with the repercussions of potentially giving a refund if you don't do a good job and shit doesn't work out? If that's the card you want to play, then we play that card. Right? Maybe that's the right card to play. Maybe the right card to play is you sell the shit out of him and you collect as much cash as possible and we try our best. And worst case scenario, we give him a partial refund or we give him a refund. Maybe that's the card that you want to play. It's up to you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, that's me giving you like more of a hustle answer.
Yeah.
To me, and I guess I should have led with that because um he has all the marks for like somebody that would buy so long as you do a good job. He has some like he's somebody you can collect a good amount of money from, I think.
I sent you his thing too on Instagram, but yeah. So I should do it above what I was gonna do then. Do it higher than that.
Um, I mean that's up to you. That's on you. That's a you thing. I think I'm telling you that I think he has a potential to. I think
Okay.
based off of like him having 4 trucks, and if he's making, if he's got, $10,000 coming in profit, like he could probably afford that.
Okay.
And if he's coming with that language of, oh, I need this marketing, I know I need it, then yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Like I said, he was heavy on the, let's make money together thing.
yeah, that you don't want to do. Don't do that.
Nah, that's why I texted you.
Yeah.
But all right, that's cool then.
Yep. Cool, bro. What else you got for me? Anything else?
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I think that's pretty much everything from everyone. I'm gonna do hop in and hang out with Jorge. Um, I guess I am gonna go over something important with Jorge if you guys want to hang out. That might be cool for you guys. But does anybody have anything else? Jalen, you got anything? Alicia, you got anything for me?
No, I'm good.
Chilling?
Yep. Sorry, my mic was off. I was trying to switch to my phone and then I was like, oh, wasn't muted. So apologize.
It's okay. Mac, you chilling? You got questions?
I don't got no questions right now. Just just about to get back at it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ryan, you got anything?
I don't think so, man. I think everything was answered pretty well.
Cool. Alicia, do you have anything? Alicia's sleeping. Jorge, you there?
Nah, I'm not sleeping.
Yo,
Hi, hello, everybody. Sorry I couldn't show my face. I'm driving. I started. I pushed back on my ads, and I've been getting leads and people. I've been texting and everything, and based off the discussion we've been having, I feel most of these people I could still sell them without having to, sell them the funnel system, just the normal, maybe meta ads or something, because uh, some of them don't even have a website or something, and I don't want to start using that as a criterion or as a part of the criteria to qualify people or something. So I'm thinking, okay, even if they don't have a website, but they have a brick and mortar or they have a product that they need more leads or more traffic or more people to discover their value and everything. I feel like I could sell them just normal getting their accounts on my meta ad, and I help them, target the right people, help them, set up a really nice campaign that actually drives something to their DM. Just basic traditional media buyer
Yeah,
stuff.
that's fine. That's fine. There's no like rule that you have to sell a funnel. Like you don't have to do that. It's not even about selling a funnel or not funnel. You just sell people and just do whatever works. Sometimes there's funnels involved, sometimes there's not.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Does that make sense, Alicia? Like, I don't know if you were here on the earlier on the coaching call. What we were doing is we were like funnel hacking, and so this, for example, is like an follower ad. You just click it, it just takes you to somebody's Instagram. Somebody else. This is like a DM ad, and then this one actually goes into a funnel. So there's three different strategies that are working for locticians. And so what I was telling Shira, I was like, okay, just pick one and do one. So it doesn't matter whether there's a funnel or not. I hope that makes sense. You just kind of it's just
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I was here the whole time.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes sense to me. But I was just, well, not having to follow the script and the method in total because I don't know if this is something that I should be selling or not. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna ask you about it. If I could just offer people that, okay, we could like set up really nice campaign. And, some of them really have had experience, but it was a bad experience. They didn't really get the right people or the right fit into the people they want to sell to or something. So they felt like they've wasted their money. So, I'm able to tell them from there, like, yeah, that's what we do because we could help them target the really, really, really useful people and not just waste the money targeting wrong people and everything. And I discovered from there, like, okay, I don't need to tell them about no funnel, no anything. Just if they'll pay for a service where all I just do is they hand over their business ad account to me and they pay for the ads and I just help them manage it and give them their KPI reports or something.
I see. Yeah. I mean, whatever I always say just, what if you feel more comfortable with that and if you feel like you can sell that better on the sales call, like go for that. Just if all that matters is whatever you feel like you can sell the best. Um, there's a difference between what you sell and what you actually deliver in this world, at least like where you guys are at right now. It's not necessarily the same thing. So if you want to sell that and you want to deliver upon that, that's fine.
Yeah, and one more thing. I think um also, well, from the call you shared, I feel like um I have a mental barrier where I'm unable to go on when I feel like people are not right with when I don't feel the energy that they feel like I want to really help them or like I want to give them a service or something that it's really beneficial to them, just like that guy.
Yeah.
I understand that you made a mistake where you were just supposed to go straight to, okay, the payment process or something.
Yeah.
But me, on the other hand, I saw that as really, just like Jalen said, I saw that as really good sign because at the end of the day, getting people results does not depend only on you and what you tell them to do. Also depends on they also believing in what you guys are doing together
Right.
and getting the result from it. So if from the start where I'm trying to be honest and tell you the truth, like, yo, it's not magic, it's gonna take time and efforts and this, and you're already out of it, then I feel like you're gonna drain me by the time we start anyway. If I really want to make you just pay or something, if that's my goal. So I think that's where the difference is. Just like I also said, when I was on call with Sharel, I discovered that I'm unable to hold on firmly to people who have not. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I need help in that area or something.
Hmm. So I guess so yeah, in terms of that call, I hear what you're saying. Like, and that you've said that pretty much from day one of like, and that it's been a reoccurring theme with you of like, hey, if I don't sense the vibe is right, or if they don't feel like, it's worth the value and I know it's the value and it doesn't make you feel good. I get that. I would say that right now though is not the time to let that get in the way because right now you just need to close the deal. Um, just to get the rep and you need to get the onboarding in. There is a way. I know I hear you also where you're like, hey, it might be draining for you. Yeah, I know, but until you have 100 experience, not 100, until you have 30, you're not going to know who's draining versus not draining. Like for me, I can tell that people are draining. I'll give you one tip. If they talk a lot on the sales call, if they talk too much, they're usually draining. That's what I've kind of noticed. But again, you have to do the reps to figure out who's going to be draining versus not draining. So I wouldn't necessarily like say that right now. As stupid simple as it's gonna sound, Isha, like for you, man, like the best piece of advice is just close the deal. Like just push and close. Don't let objection get in the way. Just keep pushing. That's kind of the best piece of advice for you.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Noted. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So just like main takeaway is like, yeah, if you feel more comfortable pitching like just ads, direct response, like if that's what you feel comfortable sharing and talking about, okay, just share that and then deliver upon that. And the second advice is just like keep pushing in terms of, don't let, their energy get in the way or fuck with you or like, oh, I don't want to sell to them or don't worry about that stuff right now. And then the third piece of advice is just like if they give you objection, just like keep powering through like you learn with Shirel. That's kind of like the three kind of core piece of advice I can give you.
Uh, All right, thank you very much.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. You're welcome. Okay, Jorge, give me 1 second, bro. I'll be right there.
Oh, that's a little way from, man.
I'm Nigerian, man.
Are you
What
Niger?
about you?
Niger boy. Yeah. Look at you.
Hey,
Niger
my
boy.
guy. You know what it is.
What happened? I feel you, man. I'm Liberian.
You're Liberian?
Yeah. My bad.
Oh, cool, 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 cool.
What?
Nice.
Everything,
Y'all don't
yeah.
join the Jollof War, right?
What? Liberian jollof is right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Liberian jollof is right. I don't
Nah,
know what
nah,
you're talking
nah,
about.
nah,
That's the
nah.
best jollof
Uh,
rice you ever had.
I'm not expecting you to not back Liberian jollof, but secretly, you know what the truth is, Nigerian jollof to the wall,
Red paste and rice, stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me. With a whole hard chicken? Nah, bro. That jollof rice
Nah,
is.
you should try Ghanaian jollof
I
then.
have tried Ghanaian jollof. I've tried Ghanaian jollof. I tried Sierra Leone.
So
So I
when you want to say
talking about.
something about hard rice and hard
Yeah,
everything,
but we
then
make chuck rice, hard rice. You know what I'm talking about. Man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
that
don't let me look
nah
bully.
nah it's just beef. It's just beef at this point. You just beefing.
All right, all right.
It's just beefing.
All right, okay. You know what's going on over here. Yeah. You better close these deals, man. And stop
Yo,
playing
right.
games.
Yeah.
Just like your parents tell you, you better go to school and get your doctor's degree. Yeah. Put
Bruh.
put that in your mind. Just keep it like that. Just be like, man, my mom told me if I come home, I'll be a disgrace if I don't get the sale. You know that feeling. You know that feeling. Just mix it
Yeah,
up with
yeah.
that. Mix it up with that.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel you, bro.
Your father tell you, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah, of course,
about.
as someone who grew up in an African home with African parents,
Yeah.
especially Nigerian parents.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
yeah,
I know the
it's
feeling.
it's it's like music to your ears, bro.
Yeah,
Like, and
yeah.
you
So
get compared all the time. Get compared all the time,
yeah, all the
and
time. So take that same energy that you know how it is to live in those type of households because I know what it feels like to live in an African household. You
Oh, okay.
that same thing, close the deal. Cause your mom look at you, said, did you go to school and get A's? And you look at her, she looking at you.
The people closing deals, do they have two heads? Did,
Yes. You do not
they
ask for
they
the money.
they
This
have one head and you got one head too. So
exactly,
what
exactly.
you gotta do?
Use the same thing, the same tenacity that you have when you lived in the house and close the deal, bro. You thinking
All
too
right.
hard. Because you
Yeah.
know your mom will yell at you for thinking too hard.
Yeah.
Immediately. Immediately, like, you need to calm that down now. Calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down. Oh, yeah.
Man, fun times, man.
Yeah, man, for real. I know Kashik know about that too. His
It's just
family, his family Indian.
it's
Are
an
you
Indian.
Indian? Oh
I'm
yeah, I know. Oh, I know. I
Of
know.
course, of course. It feels the heat too, you know.
And looking at Kashik like,
Yep.
what did you do? I work with a lot of Indian folks from Bangladesh and all that,
Yep.
and everywhere on my 9 to 5. So we be having a whole bunch of conversations and mixing of the cultures of us talking about where we from. So I asked the fella where he's from. He was like, "Oh, he's Nigerian." I was like, "Oh, okay," because I'm Liberian. If you didn't know, you didn't know. I don't think you knew. Yeah, so I can understand where he's coming from in his thought process, and I'm just like, you gotta calm that down. Calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's cool. Okay,
Yeah, hopefully
just learn a little bit of the land, layout of the land.
hopefully that helped a little bit, Dishla. Um,
Yeah, helped. It's
yeah,
it.
yeah, I was hearing you guys from across the room, so good stuff, Mac. All right, guys. I'm pretty much wrapping up. I'm gonna help Jorge with something unless Jalen, Mac, Alicia, Shao, you guys have something. Okay. Jorge, let me know when you're ready, bro.
You put it on Gucci or
All right, I'm good.
Cool.
$20 for that?
So, in terms of
Yeah,
what
that's
I
probably
do,
why you smell
um, I think Shirel, Mac, Jalen, they can attest this, bro. This is huge, bro. This is huge in terms of like keeping
it.
things
That's why
grounded.
you smell it like that, because
So
it's,
basically,
I
what
don't know.
happens, bro, is like, so obviously if
Like
I
the
come into their pins, if I click on pins, if I click on their onboarding, you know all this stuff. This stuff you're not familiar with, yeah?
Yeah. Well, no, I
Okay.
have it there, but like the way I explain it, I'm just like, I'm gonna put some stuff in here whenever you're ready, and I'll let you know to come in here and come find it.
Okay. So here's the thing is like basically the way for me, I'm different than you, right? But obviously we're going to do something similar. So basically the first milestone is basically there's onboarding and then there's a bridge between onboarding and then launching ads. Okay. And then after they launch ads, there's a bridge that goes into so there's launching ads and then there's the coaching call. And then after they launch ads, they get their first lead. After they get their first lead, there's knowing what to say on the sales call. And then after they close their first deal, close, then it's basically like niching down. So it's like after the onboarding, right? So which is what you did, you onboarded somebody. Then he has this coaching call with you. And then for me, it's like they have their coaching call with me, and then they have to launch their ads. Once they've launched their, so it's like there's specific content I need them to consume and specific things I need them to do in order to get here. And so this is where this milestone video comes in. And then once they've launched ads, I need them to watch a certain piece of content in order to know how to like work their leads. So there's more content. There's another milestone. And then after they launch gotten their leads, there's certain content I need them to watch here in order to conduct their first sales call. So every single like I have figured out what my milestones are. Yours is different. So after somebody hops in, what I do now, and this is what I do, um, is let's see here. So basically, there's the onboarding doc. Step one is I think I share this with you. I share this with you, right? Or no? So
I
basically,
don't think so.
step one, this is unique to me. When I'm trying to get access to somebody's Facebook ad account, and I'm trying to get
Oh
access
yeah,
to high
I
level.
have this. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now, so this is familiar, like this is familiar too, or no?
Watch. I haven't seen this exactly, but I have like the same stuff, the same
So
steps.
so basically step one, I'm trying to get access to their Facebook, Instagram. Step two is I don't do the onboarding anymore. Now, obviously, you're still doing onboardings. What I do is I get people to basically watch an onboarding call of mine. Big, and this is, again, I hit all the things I need to hit. So I know that if somebody watches this, they're good to go. The next thing I do is I get somebody to watch the milestone video. So I'm just sharing this. This is a little bit extra. Don't worry too much about that. What you do need to worry about is this, is what you want to do, bro, is you want to come in here and watch my post onboarding video. So you need something like this.
Watch.
So basically I tell them first, I'm going to give you a 30,000 feet view of what the next 3 months are going to look like. And then I'm going to give you step-by-step directions on everything you need to do in order to hit this milestone, which is launching your first ads. Right. And so basically within this video, what I do, the first thing I just go over is like, hey, here's what the next 3 months are going to look like. And so you probably have an idea of that at this point, right? Working with Rami and all these people, you probably know what the 3 months are going to look like. So for me, I have like literally a diagram, a flow chart, and I tell them like, hey, you're going to complete your onboarding, then you're going to launch your ads, then you're going to book your first call. You're going to either close a deal in a niche you don't want to be in or a niche you want to be in, then you're going to niche down. You're either going to refund it's like drawn out to a T. And then on top of that, then I go over this stuff down here, which is like phase 1, 2, 3. Like this is what's gonna happen. Again, I figured this out. I doubt it. So you're gonna probably try. You should create something like this for yourself. Then what I do is then I get them to do all the like boring things I need them to do. For example, downloading their Excel, joining these Facebook groups. I get them to set up their notifications. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So Monday is the Zoom call, Wednesday, Friday check-ins. So I tell them, hey, go on your calendar and do this thing. And then step 5 is I tell them like for our first coaching call, how like you probably caught on this, like every time we have a new member, they are to tell us about themselves, why they joined, the goals, and then one question for everybody else. So why is this important? Imagine Alberto,
Mhm.
imagine he read this, then he's going to come to that coaching call and he's already going to know to introduce himself. He's already going to know to tell him why he joined all this stuff. And he's going to have one question to ask Rami and all the other guys. Like,
Mhm.
yo, what was like the one thing that separated, what was the thing that you attribute your success to in this coaching program? And then Rami can chime in, all the other guys can chime in. So this is something you want to have as well. And then the next step is step 6 is launching their ads. So this part is crucial. So inside the course, there's just like a shit ton of content. Right now, there's all over the place. So what I do is I tell them, so again, mark your calendar, all that stuff. Then I tell them, so this part right here, what I'm doing is I'm telling them specifically what I need them to do, what content they need to consume. So I'm like going through a course material, I'm telling them literally what to do so that they're not wondering like, yo, what do I study? What do I do? It's like, yo, bro, just watch this, watch this, watch this, ignore this, watch this, ignore this, watch this, ignore this. I'm telling specifically which piece of content. And if they just follow these directions, their ads will be launched.
Mhm.
That makes sense. So it's like, yo, so imagine
Yeah.
somebody, you sell them. Okay. Then you do the onboarding. After the onboarding, bro, they watch this video and they know exactly what course material to watch. They know exactly what the fuck to do. They they put their own onboarding here. Like literally, they put their own they put their Excel in here. I pin it. They have their Excel. They have the go. They have everything dialed in, and they know what course material to be watching. So I'm not sitting there like trying to like, yo, you need to watch this. You need to. I'm not doing that. This content has told them exactly what to watch, and they're self-sufficient in terms of setting up their ads. So you need something like that here as your post onboarding video so that you don't have guys like it. I'll tell you right now, bro, you're gonna hurt yourself. Remember how I said like, yo, the call center is gonna hurt you. I promise you, bro, this is gonna hurt you if you don't get this shit in there ASAP. We can't have people like we can't have Alberto like the thing is, as soon as Alberto has paid you, he's done his onboarding, he should be working. He should be doing shit leading up to the call. If he doesn't, he's gonna get cold, buyer's remorse, all that shit. Weird shit can happen. You need this in place so that the moment onboarding is done, he's already working on getting his ad launch or getting you the shit that you need to get. Honestly, like we should be setting up the business where you should be doing the same thing. Is like before the first coaching call, bro, like he should be self-sufficient setting up his own damn ads. You should not be setting them up. Obviously, we can do that because of this niche. Maybe it makes sense for us to set up the ads, but then they should know how to manage their own ads. So if you want to baby step it, we can certainly baby step it where you're setting up the ads, but then they know. So watch this after ads have gone live, right? So for example, once you've launched ads, maybe you get them to watch something which is like, yo, go into this course mentor, here's how to like optimize your ads. Here's what to do. We've already set them up for you. The idea is that we're not going back and forth. And so every time somebody, like for example, Ryan for closed his deal, I got him to watch this. Boom, he knows exactly what he needs to do. Create testimonial video, this, that, blah, 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 blah. I don't have to explain it over and over again. So my suggestion is you come in here and I'll send this to you and, you know, carve out some time to go through and then create your own rendition. Yeah. So that's that's kind of the thing I want to kind of get across to you.
Okay.
Questions, comments, concerns. Do you see how this would like help you?
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. This was like what I had in mind too. I just don't have it in place. Like
Yeah.
I was just gonna make him the video, like literally just doing the same stuff. Hey man, so go into here, watch this course, download this, watch along,
So
practice.
what I would do is instead of creating that for him, I mean,
Yeah,
you can just to do it, you can,
yeah.
or we think more evergreen and you really think about it and you do it this way. So that now and you have this page built out, so you never have to create this video again.
So I just like make it with the frame of like, hey, anybody's watching this.
When you watch mine, bro, you'll see.
Okay,
When you watch mine, you'll see and you'll be like, oh, I get it. I know how to create mine.
okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So that's the experience. So for me, I don't want to make this confusing, but the experience that people have with me is step one, they we hop on the call. Step two is on the call. Actually, I don't want to go over it because it might confuse you. It's not important. You just need to know what I just shared with you. That's it. Questions, comments, concerns?
No, that makes sense. I understand.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Anybody have anything else? Or you have anything else that you want to discuss, bro?
Mm, no, just quick updates. I'm still just filming stuff for the upsell course, for the content course,
Okay.
filming that stuff. And then I'll let you know when I have like the minimum viable product so we can just like hit that shit onto the add-on page.
Okay.
And then what else?
Your ads, have a look at your ads. I got some kind of a notification today, so just keep heads up on that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, I know for sure.
Okay. Cool. Anything else top of mind that you want to share?
No, no, that's it, bro. Yeah,
No?
I feel good though. He's like I feel like he's like another Rami, but like very like, receptive. Like
Yeah.
very like let's go, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I got that vibe too. Yeah, yeah. So, all right then. All right, fellas, if that's everything, I'll see